Welcome back to the Pits TV. We take in 3 episodes from the Milestone Homes Top of the South Speedway in Nelson for the Equus 2016-17 New Zealand Midget Car Championships. With what has been said as being one of the best entry lists ever, the Kiwis will have their work cut out for them as some of the biggest names and talent from America take on the Kiwis and try and take back the trophy to the United States of America. 97 USA Spencer Bayston, who many have said is the next biggest thing in American Speedway, will be joined by countryman 3 USA Alex Bright, 10 USA Zach Dahm, and the 91 car of Tyler Thomas. Can the Kiwis do the job with the very in-form 1 AUS driver of Michael Pickens, who is leading a very strong Kiwi contingent? Look for the Western Springs heavyweights of 27 Hayden Williams, the 5 of Brock Maskovich in the Magnum Motors car, and of course the 7A BSL car of Brad Mosen. Will the very tricky Nelson track catch the drivers out? Stay tuned to find out with part 1 of 3 for the Equus New Zealand Midget Car Championships from Nelson Speedway.
Championship brought to you by Equus, and of course we're about to get things locked and loaded for heat race number 1. That's the first event on tonight's show. It is over 12 laps. The distance will run through the grid lineup for those that are taking note. Graham Standring versus Brett Horriban. That's a battle in itself. We could talk all day about that one, but let's go through the grids for this one. On grid position number 1 on the inside of the front row, what a great opportunity to defend his national championship. It is the 1NZ of Peter Honeybell. Grid 2, car 4 of Taylor Clark. On the inside of the second row, starting at a grid position 3, is the 99C of Dave Kerr. Grid 4, another Christchurch hopeful, 36C, Glenn Jury. Grid 5, 3 USA of Alex Bright. And grid position number 6, the 84 from Auckland, Zane Stanton. Grid 7, 58 in, the local hopeful here is John Mavitt. On grid position number 8, they call him TT, it's 91 USA of Tyler Thomas. On grid position number 9, the 55, that's the car driven by Craig Cardwell. On grid position number 10, the 9C of Tom Lumsden. On the 6th row, starting on grid position number 11, the 97S of Campbell Stewart. And on grid position number 12, the 81H of Dane Maxwell. Grid position 13, the 7A of Brad Mosen, another former national champion. And grid position 14, 21N, Gavin Wilkie. 14 cars, 12 laps of distance, accumulative points over their 4 heat races done over 2 nights to determine the top 16 cars for this one. Heat race number 1, the Equus 75th running of the great race, the New Zealand Midget Car Championship, AJ Batt. Wow.
There we go, the orange light is out, folks. Hang on. We're about to go from mild to wild. Heat number 1, the 75th New Zealand Midget Car Championship. We've gone green. It's Honeybell down low, a big move right up the inside by Dave Kerr into second position. So it's Honeybell leading the charge, Kerr in second, Taylor Clark in third, making a big slot up the front. Oh, there's contact there between Alex Bright and Dave Kerr. Bright moves up into the 3rd spot, but the pace is a scorcher. Kerr's back into the 3rd spot. The number 3 USA Alex Bright hammering away on him. Honeybell doing a great job at the front of the field, just starting to extend that lead. Taylor Clark in second, Kerr in third, 4th is Bright, 5th is the 91 car of Tyler Thomas, TT from the USA. So it's Thomas sitting there in 5th position. Honeybell has extending that lead with every turn of the wheels. Clark driving superbly in second. Kerr tries a little bit of a slide and drifts out wide. Left the door wide open for Bright. Boy, what a battle going on between Kerr and Bright as they haul down through Big C's Hill. That's turns 3 and 4. The laps counting down very, very quickly. That's 4 down, 8 to go. A big move up the inside there by Bright again. He's got his hands full with a battle and a half with Tyler Thomas here. So it's still Honeybell leading the way. Clark in second, Kerr in third. Watch the Yanks going at it. The no hanky-panky Yankees currently pulling 4th and 5th. It's Thomas sitting there in fourth. Fifth is Alex Bright. Then we go back to Glenn Jury, and he has got Tom Lumsden breathing down his neck with the 81 of Dane Maxwell. The paces are scorched. They're down in the 13-second bracket early in the program. It's Pete Honeybell leading the way. His advantage is being chiselled away. He's 0.7 ahead of Taylor Clark, one of the young guns. Thomas has moved up into third. Kerr's regained that little bit of track territory. Wheel to wheel as they go through turns 3 and 4. Kerr's just got a little bit of advantage. Thomas struck a little bit of a handling issue as he exited turn 4. He's drifted a little bit back. Honeybell still leads away. Taylor Clark in second. Dave Kerr from Christchurch hanging on to third spot, but he has got two of the United States of America's very best drivers starting to work him over. It's Thomas. He's going to have first crack at Kerr. One thing about it, Kerr will take all the pressure that comes his way, and he will not give in 1 inch of the racetrack. No change at the head of the field. The battle royal is going on there for third through fifth. It's Dave Kerr, Tyler Thomas, and Alex Bright. Bright just starting to work the lower part of the racetrack as Thomas moves up high. He cuts down low. Now Thomas is going to look at going round the top. Here goes Bright. He moves under Thomas, but they are both scrapping for the dregs that are being left behind by Dave Kerr in that third spot. Laps counting down now. Checkered flag comes out. The win goes to Honeybell from Taylor Clark. Dave Kerr got home in third. Then we go to Alex Bright in fourth. Tyler Thomas in fifth. Tom Lumsden in sixth. Dane Maxwell 7th. 8th spot went to Glenn Jury. 9th was Brad Moten. Boy, he had to do some hard work from the back of the field. In 10th it was Gavin Wilkie. Dan Stanton in the 84 car finished 11th. Craig Cardwell car 55 12th. And then Campbell Stewart, the 97 car, was 13th. John Mabbitt in the 58 14th. The fastest lap put in that race was a 13.49. No, it wasn't a 13.4667, and that was put in by Thomas in fifth spot. And what a great battle going on there for third through fifth. Dave Kerr, king of the kits down in Christchurch, hung on in there. He had to put up with a lot of pressure.
I'm down here with our New Zealand champion, Peter Honeybell. Mate, you've just won the first race out there. Mate, that's a good start for the night.
Yeah, it's definitely a good confidence booster to come out and, smash the first one out of the way with the win. So, like I say, we're pretty confident with where we are. So, like I say, hopefully we can just keep this this boat on a roll. And, like I say, hopefully we're this good come the fourth heat tomorrow.
Mate, you started off on pole, so you had plenty of clear track this time round. Probably going to be back down towards the grids in the next couple of heats, so you've got to work through a bit of traffic.
Yeah, there's a bit of a bugger actually being out of the front on the first one because I've actually seen where no one's running. So going into the second heat race, we're going to be pretty blind, basically only knowing what I just ran in this race. So I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but like I say, yeah, we can just go from there.
Well, a point here and a point there, of course, can determine, in fact, grid starting position, that all-important 30-lap feature, which will take place tomorrow night to crown the New Zealand Championship. The outside car will set the pace. So Burgess and Pickens, your starting pairing front row. That'll be one to look for. The Gale GVI car of Michael Pickens. He's been unbeatable this season. He would certainly be very confident going into this national championship. Shane Ellick and Sharpie in the next row back, then Basilay. Then we've got a vacancy. The cars are being sent off. Lights are still flicking amber. The lights have gone off. So looking for the start this time by heat race number 2. Burgess and Pickens roll around. Looking good. We're underway. Pickens powers down into turn number 1. Burgess tries to go with a Basilay. Goes from the outside to the inside. Oh, we got one round. Maskovich's round. And he's got a car that's driven into him. It's Chris Baggery as well. That'll bring on the yellow. So that's not the start you want. Lap 1. Boy, oh boy.
Well, they certainly got congested towards the tail end of that field there. There was all sorts of duck shoving and so on going on. Of course, for 12 laps at 13 odd seconds a lap, the guys really are trying to get that track possession and territory very, very quick in the piece.
And it does rattle your cage as well, of course, so hopefully no damage over to the car of Brock Maskovich. Looks like they might be able to get a restart, so that's good news for him and for Chris Baggery as well. So bit of drama in the first lap of this one. qualifying heat. Pickens on the outside, he'll set the pace. Burgess on the inside, looking now, looking good. And it's showtime here in Nelson. Again, Pickens. Masterclass performance by him. Oh, Maskovich making up for lost ground. He's passed 3 cars, moves himself through. But with lap 1 completed this time. Oh, no, sharp! Right over the back of Maskovich and spins and brings on a caution. Mercury's car comes to a complete halt. And we go yellow. We go yellow again. Well, action in turn 1, action in turn 4. Graham Sharp's around in the ex-Brad Coon Stout Mopar.
He did everything but pretty much roll it over there down out of turn 4. He just spun into the track. Luckily it just tipped the road and come back down on its wheels, but just looking at the left-hand side of it, looks like the suspension's collapsed on the left-hand side, so they will be needing a tow truck to lift that one up. Just having a look at the car 68, the physic's just having a look at that car as well. Might have a bit of bent steel working there, but it will be another rerun. But not what you want to see on the second heat of our midgets. We've got another 8 of these to go yet.
Looking okay now, lights are out, so our third attempt hit this one. Burgess and Pickens. They've done 1,000 laps on yellow. Let's see if we can get some racing. 12 laps, folks. Looking good, we're underway. Down into the first corner, and again Pickens, as he's done on the last 2 attempts. He hits the front, Burgess back to second. Let's see what unfolds this time by. Alec running into 3rd position. Go back to Basilay at 73. Here comes Brunt, Maskovich and Brunt holding strong positions. Rockford goes low side. Oh, he had a big look up the inside there, and Maskovich couldn't pull it up, but Pickens just checked out. He's jumped into the Koru Club and he's on his way back home. What a camp he's opening up with a quick time of a 13.3678 by Michael Pickens. Pedal station for the miners. Burgess in second, Alec in third, Basilay in fourth. Oh, Alec checks up. Oh no! Oh no! Again, 2 cars come together. They managed to keep going. It was Brunt and Maskovich all over Alec, who checked up, and Basilay had nowhere to go. Boy, oh boy! She is on for young and old in this one, the 75th running of the New Zealand Midget Car Championship. Pickens now with a 13.1937. He is smoking them out front. Wheel off the ground in the GBI. King Jazzy Seamount Racing won Australia. Second place, Burgess in the VNT 87. Then we go back to Alec in third in the 11 Carter's Tyre Service Machine. Basilay running in fourth. Maskovich fifth. What a drive from Maskovich. He came way back with grid position 9 with amazing points haul. Brunt the next one through in car 9. Then Zach Darmage started way at the tail. Dar with a big slide job. Look at the inside of the number 9 car of Brunt. Brunt tries to return the favour of 2. This is on. Unbelievable. We're halfway home in this one. Burgess and Alec having a ding-dong battle as Pickens starts to pull a lap down. He's gone past the 72 of Nicholson. He sets sights on Chadwick at 7. Wow. Championship race. Maskovich coming under fire now from the 10 of Zach Darm. Pickens now in heavy lap traffic. Just tucks it in nicely. Beautiful execution there. Up the inside of Baggery. We have got Nigel. Upside down goes Baggery. Wow. Heavens to Murgatroyd. The 68 machine.
You just got out wide into that marbly stuff, and that's all she wrote. A wild ride.
Goodness gracious, it got some air time. Well and truly in the 68 machine. He was about to go a lap down and did in fact go a lap down to the current Australian champion. He's out of the car, folks. Put your hands together. The good news is he's A-OK, a testament to the safety equipment that these drivers run with. He can walk away. Dare I say it, he might be dusted, busted and slightly disgusted. I had to get that one in before you stole it, AJ, off me. But Baggery there, a wild ride. Lights are out. 4 laps to go, folks, 4 to go. Pickens, red hot favourite this weekend, rolls through. Oh, what's going on? Oh, that was an abysmal start. What a terrible start, but we're racing. Not sure what happened there. We're going yellow. We're going yellow, so that start Oh, lucky that could have ended up a very precarious situation indeed. Lights are out. 4 laps to go. Pickens, will he mash the gas? He will indeed. We're underway. Here we go. Oh, problem for Maskovich again. Oh, the starts have not been favourable to him. Darm underneath the inside of him. Maskovich returns the favour to the outside. Pickens, Burgess, Alec, Basilay. It's your top 4. Darm and Maskovich. Rallying through. Oh boy, we have got 3 to go, folks, but Michael Pickens is smoking them. Look at him go, AJ, he's way out in front, it's not funny. In second place, it's Burgess. In third place, Alec. Fourth is Basilay. Fifth is Zach Darm from the back. Michael front the next one through. Then we go back to Dion Rockford. Maskovich under a ton of pressure from Buckley. Something's gone wrong in the Maskovich car. Oh no, tragic for Maskovich. That is unbelievably tragic. White flag. 1 lap to go for Michael Pickens. Burgess running in second. That back gets all over Red Rover, I beg your pardon. Wow, it went so quickly I thought it was the white. I went to the check and Pickens got the win. Burgess, Alec, Darm, Basilay, front, Buckley, Rockford, Chadwick and Maskovich. Oh dear, the championship is wide open here.
Michael, quite a few restarts in that particular race, a lot of carnage in behind you.
Yeah, mate, you're about to catch on fire.
I see that.
Yeah, no, we obviously had a good run. I think we were going to run out of fuel there at one stage, but, you know, it's just nature of the beast, you know, it's New Zealand Midget title and this sort of thing happens, so just got to get through tonight in one piece and look forward to tomorrow.
Mate, hard work out there with those restarts, just checking what's in behind you. Pretty comfortable out there at the moment, though?
Yeah, no, we're all good. I mean, off the front, obviously, it's pretty easy, you know, you just got to do your own thing and not make any mistakes, so... big thanks to Brett and Lee Morris, the car owners, all our sponsors, crew chief Justin Lindsay, they're doing a fabulous job and hope we can take this out.
I know, mate, well, it'd be good to catch up the New Zealand title along with the Australian. They haven't claimed it just yet.
Yeah, no, you know, it's got to keep our nose clean and stay out of trouble.
Right, for heat number 3, that is the Brett Horriban group versus the Ted Tracy group starting out of group number 1. Car 21 in Gavin Wilkie. Outside of him, former New Zealand Midget car champion Brad Mosen in the 7A car. Group 3, 81H, and that is Dane Maxwell. And starting from grid number 4 on the outside of row number 2, the 97S machine driven by Campbell Stewart. Grid at number 5, the 9C of Tom Lumsden, and grid number 6, 55A, Craig Cardwell. Tyler Thomas in the 91 USA car will start from grid number 7, and Scott Bailey, 87C, from grid number 8. Grid number 9 is a blank starting spot. Grid number 10, 95 from Stratford, Dwayne Hickman, and from grid number 11. The inside of row number 6 is Spencer Baston in the 97 USA. Grid number 12, Scott Miller in the 5C car. 13, the 71C of James Halliburton rounding out the field. The 27A car, Hayden Williams from grid number 14.
These Equus 75th running of the New Zealand Midget Car Championship, heat number 3, 12 laps, Gavin Wilkie and Brad Mosen, your front pair and centre to get this one underway. They'll amble around nicely, they'll hit into turn 3, the outside car sets the pace out of turn 4, looking for the start. Not bad, not bad. Let's Marvin Gaye and get it on, AJ, we're underway. Oh, Wilkie just goes up wide, slips down low, and Mosen forced to crisscross off the bottom, can't quite get there. Cardwell sped out the back, I think you'll find. Yes, managing to go in the Brad Mosen with a beautiful textbook slider off 4, but Wilkie comes straight back at him. Oh, Wilkie showing the advantage of the track as Maxwell goes low side, gets the old blow. Oh, feeds Wilkie a wheel and puts it up and over. Oh no, Gavin Wilkie. Well, boy, oh boy.
That was a tough break for Wilkie. He was very much in contention in the early stages of that race. Maxwell just came on through, fed him the wheel.
The former national champion fires it away. He shoots out the cannon. He's off. So Mosen, your leader. Maxwell under a little bit of pressure from the 97 machine. Here comes Tyler Thomas. Thomas now going to work on Lumsden. Goes low side with a beautiful textbook pass. He just poked his nose in the door and managed to get back out there. Lumsden, it was 80 millimetres in it. Tyler Thomas hits up to that loose stuff. Here comes Spencer Baston round the outside. What a battle. Lumsden. Hickman's in there now. Baston's in there. Thomas is in there. Oh, unbelievable. Williams doing a good job from the back as well. Meanwhile, out in front, it's Brad Mosen, chased by Maxwell. 97, Campbell Stewart running in third. Next one is Thomas. Go back to Lumsden, Hickman, Baston. 27, Hayden Williams. Mosen though, smoking them. Rolls through another one. 13.82 is his quick time at the moment. Thomas though, coming home strong as well. Baston, oh, and all sorts of battles running with Lumsden. Going to go try and pass him through the crisscross out of turn number 4. Can't do it. So here comes Spencer Baston, the young American, and the 97 US of A. Thomas now, eyes up Maxwell. Mosen, Maxwell, Thomas now. Right on the back bumper. We're halfway through this one. Here he goes. Tries to pull alongside Maxwell. Just runs out of a little bit of real estate. This track is getting wider and wider. Thomas again with a slider. Can't quite get there. What a battle station for second and third. Thomas this time. Oh, makes a mistake. Gets up on the loose stuff. Loses the momentum. And Maxwell manages to breathe a sigh of relief. Williams going to work now on Hickman. Unbelievable. This racing is champagne midget action at its very best. Brad Mosen out in front with 2 to go. This time by, we'll see the white flag fly for the former national champion of the BSL Racing, number 7 of Brad Mosen. White flag, 1 to go. Maxwell in second. 91, Thomas in third. Oh, Hayden Williams. He's come from the clouds, right round the outside of Lumsden. But here's your race winner. Mosen takes victory lane. Maxwell in second. Third place is Thomas. Then we go back to Baston. Campbell Stewart, Hayden Williams, Tom Lumsden. Oh, Hickman fails to finish. He retires to the infield. What a race. Unbelievable race. I imagine those positions will be very, very much hold-all placings till we get confirmation. But boy, oh boy, take nothing away from our race winner. Give him a hand, folks. The former national champion, Brad Mosen.
Brad, you look a little bit warm in the car, mate. A bit of hard work out there.
It's not hard work, it's just really hot. We've got the power steering here, motor, no brakes. These cars are just hot cars to sit in, so I don't know, it feels pretty good. Like we're still sort of getting a feel for it, but we're happy with the win. You know, it's obviously start off the front row, but I guess max points, we can't really complain, so hopefully we just get a bit more pace and we can start chasing Michael.
Mate, the track, the cushion's starting to get right up outside that wall, so there's plenty of racing room on the track to try different lines.
Yeah, the track's definitely nice, you know, and a credit to the boys down here for prepping a racy little track. So yeah, it should be good racing, and yeah, we're really looking forward to it.
Mate, the first race, you've got to sight in from the front. You've got to work through the traffic now. A few bit of carnage in behind you, so obviously they're trying to stay safe for the next few heats just to get through those top points.
Yeah, it's definitely important. You know, we need max points. We're going to need to start at the front if we're going to have any chance of winning this final tomorrow night. So we're just going to try and, yeah, like say, keep our nose clean and try and get as many points as we can, and just try and get obviously the key. You know, start up front and see if we can make a race of it.
Heat race number 4, the Ian Holden group versus Graham Standering group. On the front row, starting at a grid position number 1, the 10 USA of Zach Darm. On grid 2, car number 7C of Gary Chadwick. Grid 3, they call on the Rock at 69, Dion Rockford. Grid 4 is a scratching, it was meant to be 68, but he, as you heard, is out for the night. On grid 5, car 25, the former 2NZ of Scott Buckley. Grid 6, car 5 of Brock Maskovich. Grid 7, the 72N of James Nicholson. Grid 8, the 58N, it's the car driven by...
It's John Mabbott.
John Mabbott, sorry, I just lost my train of thought there. On grid position number 9, the 84 of Zane Stanton. Grid 10, 3 USA of Alex Bright. Grid 11, the 36C, that is the car of Glenn Jury, the former New Zealand TQ champion. Grid 12, 99, Dave Kerr from Christchurch. And grid 13, car 4 of Taylor Clark. And grid 14, heat race number 1 and defending New Zealand Midget car champion, Peter Honeybell and car 1NZ. It is 13 cars, it is 12 laps, it is heat race number 4 of 10 as we build up to grab the top 16 cars for this one. The 75th running of the New Zealand Midget Car Championship. AJ, the heat races are just the pace is getting quicker and quicker.
It is going to be a scorcher. This is heat number 4. Zach Darm, car number 10, starting on the inside of the front row. On the outside, Gary Chadwick. Who's got the fuse? Who's got the matches? Here we go green. And it's Darm makes a belt of a start from the inside. Big move already from the 5 car of Brock Maskovich. He's up into 3rd position right now. He saw a gap like a knife through butter. Maskovich up into 2nd, Chadwick in 3rd. The 69 of Rochford in 4th. Rochford just moves under Chadwick. Boy, we've got some position changes going on here. Chadwick down low, Rochford up high. And then it's Scotty Buckley into the top 5. Our race leader, Zach Darm, leads the way. In 2nd, it's Maskovich. 3rd, Gary Chadwick. Here comes Buckley. He's up into 4th, drifts back into 5th, and making a big move up the inside in the 3 car. It's Alex Bright. Bright now up into 4th spot as they cross the line. That's 3 laps down. Heat number 4. Our race leader, Zach Darm, leading the way. Maskovich up on 2 wheels, a bit of a bicycle through Bigsy's corner. Chadwick in 3rd. Alex Bright in 4th. And in 5th, it is the 25 car of Scott Buckley. Darm has got this one on a thread. He's very much just running the race he wants. Best lap time for Darm at 13.8617, just starting to chase the dirt. Alex Bright makes a big slide up under the 7 car of Gary Chadwick. So Bright in the Mad Butcher car number 3 is on the march. Zach Darm, poetry in motion at the head of the field. Brock Maskovich, he'll be a lot happier with his run in this one. Chadwick still hanging on to 4th spot. Scott Buckley 5th, that's 7 laps down, 5 to go. Heat number 4 with our race leader Zach Darm. Maskovich still in 2nd, Bright in 3rd, Chadwick driving the wheels off the 7 car in 4th. Behind him, Scotty Buckley. We've got a dockyard brawl going on with a blanket covering the next 5. It's Rochford behind him, Taylor Clark, Dave Kerr tried, couldn't make anything work for him. While the 1 car of Peter Honeybell, he's starting to make some progress. That's 9 laps down for Zach Darm. He's cleared out on them. He's got over 2-second advantage over Brock Maskovich. Alex Bright here in the 3rd spot. That's white flag coming out this time around for our race leader. Zach Darm about to get into the lap traffic. Maskovich just inching closer and closer with every turn of the wheel. Alex Bright in 3rd, Chadwick in 4th, Scott Buckley in 5th. Heat number 4, put it in your program. Zach Darm, a go to woe for him. Brock Maskovich crosses the line in second. Alex Bright in third. Fourth place goes to Gary Chadwick with a solid run in the 7 car. Then a 6.25 of Scott Buckley. Dion Rochford emerged from that melee that was going on for the minor places in the 69 car to finish 6th. Then it was Pete Honeybell. This foray of Taylor Clark finished in 8th. Glenn Jury 9th in the 36. 10th went to the 99C of Dave Kerr. The 72 of James Nicholson in 11th. Then Zane Stanton in 12th. Rounding out the field, the 58 of John Mabbitt.
G'day, Zach. Good to get a race in without any cautions.
Yeah, that's kind of nice just to get up front and kind of, run your own race, and, you can control your destiny a little bit without all them cautions like we had in the first race there. So it, the track's getting pretty good here. It's pretty wide, pretty racy. So I got one more heat race tonight, and we'll just see what happens.
Made the track. The cushion is still a bit fluffy right up against the wall, but there's certainly plenty of space where you can cut down low or come high, choose your race design to find a good way around the track. Yeah, right now if the cushion gets a little bit higher there, I know you'll be able to kind of roll the bottom again. So, looking forward to tomorrow there. I think the track's going to be really good for the feature there if we can get anything like this early in the night, and we'll just keep pushing it up. So, keep pushing the top up, and I think the bottom will come back, and we'll have 2-group racing. Mate, over here against the New Zealanders, the Kiwis guys, certainly no easy feat to try and get against some of the locals. Oh, I mean, it's no matter where you go, there's always locals that are going to be good, and they've got a lot of experience around these racetracks here, so that it obviously helps them out. But we also race 80 times a year, so we what they have in local experience, we hopefully can exceed that in just all-around racing. Just the experience that we have for racing so often, where they don't get to run a very big year. So it hopefully it all evens itself out, and it makes for a good race.
Heat race number 5, it is the Trevor Morris versus the Ted Tracy group. Let's have a look at this one. Starting pairing front row on the inside, starting grid position number 1, that's 27 of Hayden Williams. Grid 2, the 71 of James Halliburton. Grid 3, 5C, Scotty Miller. Grid 4, 97 US of A, Spencer Baston. Grid 5, 95 from Stratford, and that of course is Dwayne Hickman. Grid 6 is vacant. Grid 7, the 87C of Scotty Bailey. Grid 8, number 9 of Michael Brunt. Grid 9 is vacant. Grid 10, 73N, Neville Basilay. Grid 11, 43C, Graham Sharp. Grid position 12, the 11 of Shane Ellick. Grid 13, the 1 Australia of Michael Pickens. And grid 14, the 87 of Leon Burgess. 12 cars, 12 laps. Trevor Morris versus Ted Tracy. Heat number 5, halfway distance.
He is going to be very hard to pull back from there. One of the B&T cars, Harper Leonard Racing. Here we go, folks. Coming round, about to go green. Let's pull the trigger for heat number 5. We've gone green. Williams in the Century Batteries machine. He gets the best of the starts, making a big charge around the top. It's Spencer Baston in the 97 car. Williams on the outside, Baston on the inside, wheel to wheel. There's a dockyard brawl going on further back in the field, but Williams leads Baston. James Halliburton, he's gone back through the field a little. Hanging on to third right now, but he has got some heavy hitters breathing down his neck. Williams and Baston, it's Baston down low. Williams up high in the dirt. Baston gets his nose in front. Momentum is Williams' friend. That's 2 laps down, 10 to go. Heat number 5. Baston just drifted out a little bit wide. Here comes the 9 car. Off front, making a big move through there. So it's Williams, Baston, Brunt, Dwayne Hickman. He's got over his nightmare, currently running in 5th, makes a big cut down low. It's Halliburton up high. Hickman saw the gap, he took it. She's gloves off at the head of the field. And Hickman's now through into 4th, he's on the mark. Williams leading the charge, Spencer Baston in 2nd, Brunt in 3rd, Hickman in 4th. Here comes Pickens, he's up in the 5th spot right now. The Master Blaster is on, making the night moves here. He goes round the outside of Hickman, so Pickens is up in the 4th. What a drive from the deepest, darkest part of the field. He started off from grid number 13. The gloves are off in the front. It's still Williams leading the way. 7 laps down, 5 to go. Baston just trying to move that Williams across the track a little if he can. Here's another move from Baston up the inside, can't make it stick. Williams is running the wheels off it. Now we've got Pickens, he's breathing down the neck in front. It's Brunt on the outside, Pickens on the inside, drag race down the back straight. And Baston is throwing everything at Williams at the head of the field. Pickens is up into 3rd. Brunt in 4th. 5th goes to Hickman at this stage. 10 laps down next time they cross the line. Hayden Williams leading the charge. Spencer Baston in 2nd. Michael Pickens in 3rd, and Pickens is closing the gap. He may well run out of time, but he started off in 13th. White flag out this time round. Hayden Williams down low. Baston has a look up high. Now Baston goes for the inside line, and he made the move, and he's got him. Spencer Baston, another drag race. Williams gets him back down the back straight through Bigsy's corner. That's turns 3 and 4. Williams is going to take the win. 2nd place goes to Baston. 3rd is Michael Pickens in 4th. It's a 9 car of Michael Brunt. Hickman in 5th. Shane Alec in 6th. 7th Quentin Neville Basilay. Halliburton in 8th. Leon Burgess in 9th. Bailey in 10th. Miller in 11th. Graham Sharp in 12th. Boy, they were swapping positions, but you could see Baston was just trying to work Williams around. The Aucklander did not fold to that pressure.
Mate, the last couple of laps you were first, you were second, you were first, mate. Must have a lot of confidence to be able to duck and dive across the track to pick up that win.
Yeah, you know, when you're racing guys like Spencer Basin, world class, just fresh off Chili Bowl, you know, you can trust those guys, and hopefully we're putting on a good show for you guys. You know, there was an awesome last 2 laps, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and you know, hopefully we can keep the momentum going.
Mate, it was good to have no cautions that time round and be able to get out and do a full 10 laps. It's good racing. You thoroughly enjoyed it when you got the confidence you can race up and down on that track anywhere you want.
Yeah, we're just a little bit too tight on the right rear in the first couple of laps until the tire temperatures came up a little bit, and then I could move around and work the car a little better. We just got to fine tune it a little bit more to get just a little bit more speed out of it. But you know, I'm pretty happy with that result then, and you know, that's our last heat for tonight. So a 6th from the back and a 1st. You know, it's a good first couple of races heading into tomorrow.
Heat 6, Horrobin versus Holden. AJ back with the lineup.
Yeah, starting from grid number 1 will be the 55A car of Craig Cardwell. From grid 2, the 25A of Scott Buckley. Tyler Thomas in 91 USA will start from grid number 3. And grid number 4 was to have been Chris Baggery, but we'll line through Chris. Grid 5, Gavin Wilkie in the 21N car. Not sure if Gav will make it out, but if he does, he will start grid number 5. Car 69, Dion Rochford from grid number 6, and from grid number 7, it is car number 7, Brad Mosen. From grid 8, car 7C, Gary Chadwick, and from grid number 9, the 81H car of Dane Maxwell. From grid 10, it is car 10, and that is Zach Darm. From grid 11, the 97S of Campbell Stewart, and from grid number 12, the 72N car of James Nicholson. Grid 13, car 9, Tom Lumsden. Grid 14, Brock Maskovich in car 5. Well, he's got a lot of work to do.
You feel for Brock, don't you, really? Because this feels like his second back grid that he's had. So he has been a rocket ship. Mosen's in there as well. Let's go racing, boys. We are racing underway for this one. Cardwell and Buckley. And it's Cardwell slips up Buckley round the outside with a great pass. So Scott Buckley, the former 2NT, oh no, just bicycles. Manages to resave it though. And Wilkie goes underneath Tyler Thomas. Oh, Gavin Wilkie, cometh the hour, cometh the man. Up the inside of the American. Mosen goes through 2 of them. Unbelievable. Oh, then half spin saves it. Thomas up the inside of them again. Oh, heavens above. They're dancing on top of the dirt. Cardwell goes slightly wide, bounces off the concrete, and Thomas resumes second. Mosen with a big wheel stand in 3rd. Wilkie in 4th. Zach Darm rounds out your top 5. Mosen has a big look up the inside. Door slammed shut by Thomas. Thomas now knows he's there. Here goes Brad. Just pushes him up. Mosen gets the pass as Darm gets up the inside of Wilkie. Now Thomas tries to get up the inside of Mosen. champagne action for second and third. Here goes Thomas. Oh, he gets loose as anything. Mosen tries to diamond off the corner. Now Mosen running low side. Buckley your leader. BSL 1, 2 and 3. Mosen again trying to find some real estate down low. Makes the pass up the inside. Thomas now going to try and diamond across the bottom and moves in front of Mosen. Mosen now gets off the gas, chases him down. Mosen's turn up the inside. Oh, Buckley gets loose and Mosen hits the front. Now Buckley tries to come alongside him. Oh boy, where do you look on this one? Buckley, Mosen, Thomas throw a blanket over them. Unbelievable. Thomas now up the inside of Buckley. Buckley's going to try and crisscross off the corner and get him. No, Thomas gets a little bit wrong. Here comes Zach Darb. Unbelievable. Midget car action at its brilliant best here tonight for the 75th running of the New Zealand Midget Car Championship. Brad Mosen, Tyler Thomas, Scott Buckley, Zach Darb. The rest of them, it's daylight. Darb up the inside of the 25. We have got 9 down, 3 to go, 12 the distance. Mosen, Thomas, Darb, Buckley. Wilkie the next one back. Then we go back to Chadwick. Oh, one round, Cardwell. He brings on a yellow. And the yellows come out with 2 laps to go. Oh boy. Nicely. Heat race number 6, 75th running of New Zealand Midget Car Championship is about to get underway. Here we go. Good start, Mosen. He knew what he was doing. Goes straight to the top shelf. Darb down low. Gets up the inside of Buckley. Pulls alongside Thomas. Thomas now. He manages to pull away as Buckley goes low side with a trajectory pass on the Darb. Darb has enough room to get out wide and just drive round the outside of him. We've got 2 to go. 2 laps remaining in this one. Here comes Zach Darb, has a big look now, slider from Darb as Mosen makes a mistake. Oh boy, Tyler Thomas exchanges up the inside, Darb diamonds back off the bottom. Thomas is going to try and drive underneath him, door left open, hello, here he is, up the inside. Checkered flag falling this time, oh no, problems on the inside, and Mosen takes the win, Thomas, Darb, Buckley, the next one through, Wilkie, Chadwick, Lumsden, Maxwell, Maskovich, Rockford, Stewart. Holy, heavens above. Ladies and gentlemen, that was worth the price of admission alone, I might suggest. Give him a hand, the former national champion, Brad Mosen. What a drive, AJ.
Yeah, stunning performance and the action thick and fast right through the field. Come on, top of the South Speedway fans, put your hands together because that was a ripper of a race. All part of the build-up for tomorrow night's big 30-lap final, the 75th New Zealand Midget Car Championship, brought to us by Equus.
Well, Brad, I'm not sure what you saw of that race, but from out here, it was absolutely vintage midget car racing.
Yeah, that's a hell of a lot of fun, you know, this track down here is really fun to race. It's you know, up on the top and, you know, being a little bit misshapen, you'd think it would throw us off, but it just makes it more fun, you know. It just sort of creates strange opportunities. It's just sort of, I don't know, just try and figure this place out, you know. It's obviously some are doing better than others, so I'm really happy to be one of the guys that seem to have figured it out where Calvin's got the car really good, so yeah, massive thanks to him and Glenn and Bill and everyone from BSL for putting a hell of a race car together for me.
So this one, starting pairing front row, Zane Stanton and the Bullet Neville Bazillet. That'll be one to look for in the 73N machine. So looking good now. 1AU Michael Pickens in the Seamount Racing number 1. Taylor Clark and the Carter's Tyres. Voigt's number 4. He's had a great season as Taylor Clark.
It's Seamount teammates side by side.
Yes, that's always good. So I won't. There'll be no love lost there, I can assure you. Then we'll get on to the other one. Michael Brunt. He's had a great night of action as well. Shane Alex being fast.
big heavy hitters further back in the field with Honeybell. Alec, here we go. The pace will start cranking up. Let's turn them loose. Heat number 7. The bullet is shot out of the gun. Leads him down the back straight. Stanton in second spot. But it's Neville Basilay through Bigsy's Hill. That's turns 3 and 4. Shane Alec is up into third spot. Then it's Honeybell in fourth. In fifth, it's Michael Pickens. Pickens running the high line, seeing what there is to offer. Neville Basilay running away from them at this stage. In second spot, it's Alec. Alec just gets the front wheels up a little. Boy, you'd spread them right across the racetrack. Stanton in third. Call that fourth as Honeybell moves through. Here comes Pickens. He currently sits in fifth spot right now. The way is being cleared for him by Honeybell. But Neville Basilay leading the way. In second spot, it's Alec. Third is Honeybell with Pickens in behind him. The gloves are off further back in the field. Boy, they're all over the shop through there. But Neville Basilay running away from them. Alec, you just notice the car starting to run the higher part of the racetrack. Leon Burgess is on the move. Boy, he was way up by the concrete as they came out of turns 3 and 4. Neville Basilay, the local hero, leading the charge in heat number 7. Alec still in second. Honeybell in third. In fourth, it's Pickens. Pickens trying to make some movement there. Just can't make it click because every move that he makes is being countered by the current New Zealand champion, Peter Honeybell. And further back we go. Dave Kerr's moved through into fifth spot. So some good points about to be banked by our multi-time South Island Midget car champion. That's 7 laps down this time across the stripe. But Neville Basilay. Shane Alec, former New Zealand Midget car champion in second. Michael Pickens is up into third. Honeybell in fourth. Quality lineup, quality racing on a brilliant racetrack tonight. And Pickens made a bit of a look around the top there. Couldn't make his stick, just squares off the corner. Drag race down the back straight. On the outer, it's Alec. On the inner, it's Pickens. While that goes on, Neville Basilay just starts extending that lead. The rest of them are all being caught up in the racing stuff. Dave Kerr still sitting in fifth behind Honeybell, but he's got a lot of work to do as the laps count down. It's still Basilay leading the way. Alec, Pickens. What a battle going on there for second and third between two of the big pins of New Zealand midget car racing. Again, Pickens has a little bit of a look down low. And can he make this one stick? He's got his nose in front as they come off turns 3 and 4. But Alec's equal to the task. Again, Pickens tries the big slide up in front of Alec. It's gonna last for him this time. Lap 11, checkered flag coming out. Oh, we got one up.
Oh, Pickens!
Pickens got caught up in that one.
Upside down, is it Basilay?
I think it may be.
Yeah,
Basilay upside down.
Yeah, I can tell you that his left rear tyre was flat as he hit the wall. As he came out of turn 3, his left rear tyre was flat, clipped the wall, turned over. Pickens had nowhere to go.
Restart. It'll be a green-white checker. Here we go. They pull the trigger and it's going to be Alec up high. Pickens down low. Drag race down the back straight. It's Alec leading the charge through turns 3 and 4. Dave Kerr coming under some real pressure from Alex Bright. White flag out this time. Pickens down low. Momentum is going to be the friend of Shane Alec. Last lap, last corner. It's going to be Shane Alec's going to take out the win. Second place will go to Pickens. Third will be Peter Honeybell. Fourth, Dave Kerr. Alex Bright in fifth. Then it's Taylor Clark with a good solid drive. Leon Burgess got through in front of Michael Brunt, Glenn Jury, Zane Stanton and John Mabbitt. So Alex Bright and Dave Kerr over the last couple of laps having a real good old slug out there. Our race win goes to Shane Alec. The big fella won the last New Zealand Midget Car Championship. Or should I say won his New Zealand Midget Car Championship here at Nelson. Taking out the 7th and final heat tonight. Michael Pickens in second, Pete Honeybell in third and Dave Kerr in fourth spot.
Alec comes straight back to the pits. He's missed the interview on the infield.
Welcome back to the Pits TV. In this episode, we continue qualifying for the 75th running of the 2017 Equus New Zealand Midget Car Championships from the Milestone Homes Top of the South Speedway in Nelson. With the big names starting to fire after our last episode, the Americans are right on the charge and are matching it with the best of the Kiwis. The Western Springs duo of 1AUS Michael Pickens and the 7A of Brad Mosen seem to be the informed guys at this Nelson circuit. Meanwhile, Spencer Based in the 97 USA and Alex Bright in the 3 USA car are certainly up for the challenge. Let us now join our commentary team of Aaron Drever, AJ Batt and Jody Scott for the 75th running of the New Zealand Midget Car Championships. Righty folks, here we go. It's the 75th running of the New Zealand Midget Car Championships, and we've got a chance to catch up with the 7A car, Brad Mosen. Brad, very, very good driving last night. You want to carry that form on tonight?
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. It's it's been a good weekend for us so far. You know, the first heat yesterday, I don't know, just starting down the back, it's difficult to make up places when the track's quite fast, so unfortunately we didn't have the best result, so really hoping for a good run tonight. You know, the heats last night were good following the first, so if we can get a good run in our last heat tonight, get up into that top 6, I think we're going to be pretty good. So
track though, a bit different from what you're used to. How are you finding it, and are you loving it?
I'm absolutely loving it, yeah. The boys down here have put on an awesome racetrack for us. Like anywhere you go with a cushion, and I mean this place is oddly shaped, and I mean you'd sort of think that wouldn't be a good thing, but for some reason it just sort of creates like weird opportunities to pass and sort of outdrive guys and outsmart them and stuff. So I'm really enjoying it, and we've had some good results. So hopefully tonight sort of follows suit from last night, and we can get a good a number on that tank.
Okay, so the plan tonight, just to keep the car the way it is and just stay focused. I mean, we heard you talking to other people and you said you're very focused on this. This is something you obviously want very badly.
Yeah, I mean, like, I can't say I completely agree with the champion being decided on one night, but, you know, that's just the way it is. And obviously, being as competitive as I am, I don't want anybody else to have it. So we definitely want to win it and get the title. And, yeah, just pretty much my competitive side means, yeah, we want to win.
Okay, so you got some good sponsors to look after you on the car too. Who looks after you?
Obviously, Bill Buckley from BSL Racing, giving me an awesome race car to drive. Calvin and Glenn, you know, all the boys on the race team. We've got John Andrew Mazda on the side of the car this year. Yeah, just BSL Aggressor, Essling, it's sort of, I guess, the house car for the team. So, yeah, really grateful to those guys for putting an awesome race car under me. And, yeah, I think the results showed from last night. You know, it's an awesome package, and yeah, I'm looking forward to racing it tonight.
Right, folks, here we go with one of the competitors at the 75th running of the New Zealand's Midget Car Championships. It is Craig Cardwell. But Craig, obviously a bit of a transition from you. Super Saloon, now Midget. What's going on?
Yeah, we're just trying to do both. It's pretty tough. These cars aren't the easiest to drive, but we're giving it a shot, giving it all our best, so yeah.
Okay, so but would you take anything from what you've learned out of Midget Car racing into the Super Saloon?
I think reaction times are a lot greater in these cars than the Super Saloons. So, yeah, I would. It should make me a better Super Saloon driver, hopefully.
Okay, so you've had a night last night. How would you rate your performance? Bit up and down?
Yeah, we're struggling, mate. It's the car was just not right, and we broke an axle in the last one. So, hopefully better tonight. We've done a few changes to try and make the car better and hook up. So, we'll see how we go.
Absolutely. I mean, you've got to be in to win, don't you? And it's obviously a great attitude to have. Are you enjoying the midget transition? Obviously, a whole bunch of different guys that you're dealing with.
Yeah, hey, it's good. It's a good challenge, and it's hard. So I'm enjoying it till hopefully we get on top of it one day.
Absolutely. You've got some sponsors to look after you too, Craig. Who looks after you, bud?
Port Albert General, Borough Piers, Walkworth, and Concrete Cutters up north.
Right, folks, here we go with one of the drivers that's joined us from the United States of America, is the 97 car, Spencer Based. And Spencer, this is a bit different for you, this track, isn't it, from what you've been racing here in New Zealand? How are you finding the surface and the track itself?
Yeah, definitely, much different. Track shape is a lot different, that's for sure. But then track surface, Western Springs, we've been struggling with tires and saving our tires for the end of the night because they seem to be wearing out. But here it seems like we can't get the tires to wear down, so we're running really, really soft tires, and it doesn't seem to affect them much. So a little bit different to get used to, but it's last night was a really good track, and I'm looking forward to getting after it again tonight.
Now, of course, the difference is obviously a lot of people saying quite weird for them that the track got better as the night went on with the moisture coming up in 3. Did you find the same way?
Yeah, the top really came in there late and put on some actually really good racing. It's about as good as it gets. And it was a lot of fun, and hopefully we can get something close to the same tonight because we've got some work to do in the heat races, and it should be good A-main.
Now, of course, you were over here for the Western Springs International Series. Did you go back home and then come back again?
Yeah, I went back home for the Chili Bowl and spent one day at home, drove down to Chili Bowl, drove back, and a couple days at home, and then I flew back down here. So it's good to get back out of the cold and back in the warm. So yeah, good trip.
You enjoy coming to New Zealand?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Just the atmosphere down here, all the people are so happy, and you know, it's nice to get out of the cold, but you know, you're down here and it's kind of a vacation, but you're racing at the same time, so it's best of both worlds.
Concerns me though that you say we're all happy down here. Are you not happy in America?
Not when it's cold. No. You guys, it's just it seems like everyone, you know, is so friendly, and everyone gets along really well, and you see guys over here helping on race cars and when their team's over on the other side of the pit area. So it's great atmosphere, and I'm really enjoying it. Okay,
so let's talk a bit about the car. Who provides you with the car, and what sort of package are you running?
Yeah, it's King Chassis Esslinger. Brian and Annette Theobald with United Truck Parts brought me down, and they were nice enough to bring me down. And they're funding a really good team, and Sean Inslee's giving me a good race car every single night. And so hopefully I can help them out and get a win tonight. We've been fast the whole time we've been here, and unfortunately we've been close to a win, but haven't gotten one yet. So hopefully tonight's our night, and we can take home that New Zealand championship for all these guys.
Now let's hope we don't hear what we heard at Western Springs a couple of times. I think it was, what do I have to do to beat that guy?
Yeah, Michael looked really fast again last night, and Zach looks really fast. The BSL guys look really good. So it'll be interesting what guys will be up front tonight, and hopefully we're one of them.
Okay, now obviously you mentioned your primary sponsor, the United Truck Parts. Does anybody else you want to think we got the opportunity to?
Just the opportunity, really, with Brian Clausen bringing me down here last year. He's obviously passed away, and we miss him a lot, but I'm really thankful for the opportunity he gave me and bringing me down here with him and kind of showing me around and meeting some great people. So we're kind of racing in his honor, and hopefully we can carry it on and make him proud.
Okay, folks, here we go with the current Australian champion, and hopefully by the end of this evening will be the current New Zealand champion. It is, of course, Michael Pickens. Michael, good run last night, maybe a little bit of a scary moment in the later heat, though.
Yeah, sure was. Neville just got together with a lap car or something or other and got into the fence and started barrel rolling, and we just had nowhere to go. But unfortunately, fortunate for us, we got away scot-free. So just being a Nerf bar, and I hit him a ton, and we were coming, but he got away with that, which was lucky. And sometimes you just got to take those breaks and move on to tonight with one more heat, and hopefully that'll put us in a good position for the A-main later on.
Well, you're certainly leading the points currently going into tonight for the second night. A lot of racing for you though over the last couple of weeks. You're over in Australia, not so good information and news coming back to us here with a motor issue, but here, this car performing very well.
Yeah, the car's flawless. You know, the guys did a fabulous job. The car owners, Brett and Lee Morris, they give us the best equipment there is in the world to race with. It's pretty cool, and Justin Inslee does a great job wrenching on it, and all my guys that normally help with my sprint car, they do a great job too. So yes, it's a great team to drive for, and it makes my job a whole lot easier.
Now, we spoke probably a couple of years ago, and you sort of said that you're going to more focus on the sprint car side of things, but this year it seems to be more about the midget.
Yeah, it's a bit of both. I mean, it's probably 50-50 down the middle this year. I've done a lot more double duty, which I really enjoy, and I wasn't planning to do so much of the double duty, but you know, I did it at the start of the season, and we've probably had some of our best results when I run both the same night. So it's something I want to do more of, and the last 3 shows at Western Springs, we'll do all 3 with both cars. So yeah, I mean, the sprint cars, it's, you know, this year we've finally sort of started to consistently have good speed and getting some results, and I've got something to show for it. So it's really rewarding for me as a driver, because I've put a lot of years into trying to get that, and I don't want to step away from it or do less of it. So yeah, I want to keep that up, and obviously the midget fortunate enough to have this team to drive for, which, like I said before, makes my job easy, and it's the best stuff there is.
Absolutely, but obviously off to Chili Bowl not so long ago as well. Is it hard to go from New Zealand tracks to American tracks, then an indoor track? Is it hard to adapt?
Yeah, I mean, it's just experience, I guess. Indoor stuff is a lot different because it's so much slower, and the cars have got to be so different to what you'd run on the outdoor track just because of the speed. And you know, we had a reasonable showing at Chili Bowl. We weren't as good as what we're hoping to be, coupled with the fact that we didn't have a great run. But you know, it was still, you know, we're 2 spots away from making the A main out of 386 cars. So it's still not a bad effort. But yeah, now we look forward to, after this weekend, we look forward to the Australian title and defending that. So that's next on our list.
Okay, so let's come back to Nelson here. Track, obviously a bit different to what you're used to racing on though. No real straights as such. How are you finding it? Loving the slide jobs? Yeah,
it's cool. I mean, I was all barred up watching it on the fence. It was, you know, I was watching the heats and having as good a time as driving them, and the racing's really cool. And I'm sure if I'm enjoying watching, the fans are too. So yes, it makes for real racy heats, and you know, with the oddball sort of shape that Nelson is, it's actually yeah, it creates opportunities, and that's what fans come to see. They want to see slide jobs in action and a lot of passing. So hopefully we'll get as good a track tonight as what we had last night, and they'll put on a good show for them. Absolutely,
and I know you've a bit hard with, you've got a lot of sponsors, but who's the main ones you want to thank, Michael?
Well, our car owners, Brett and Lee Morris, and our primary sponsors, GVI and Yale Forklifts, SG Equipment. You know, that they put a lot into this program, and we're fortunate enough to be able to give them decent results so far this season. So hopefully we can take this out tonight and put the one NZ back on the car, and it'll be pretty cool to win both. It's something I've wanted to do for years, and we came so close last year, and you know, we've got the Australian one now, so I just got to get the one NZ back. And I mean, it's not a big pain race or nothing like that, but you know, it's a race everyone wants to win because it's probably more bragging rights than anything. It's kind of cool, you know. And yeah, if we win tonight, at a time with Ted Tracy, you know, for the most wins ever. So that's pretty good company to be in.
Are you a bit concerned about the Americans though? Are they? I mean, these guys, they started off a bit slow, but they certainly showed some form later on in the heats, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if concern's the right word. I mean, you know, they're there, but you know, they're there to be beaten. So we just got to, you know, heads up and make sure we're doing the right changes to the car throughout the night. And we've got to, you know, at the end of the day, last lap counts. You know, no one remembers who won Heat 3 on national title event. So everyone will remember who led the last lap of the 30 lap A main. So that's where we've got to be, and we'll try and get it done.
I would love nothing more to hear Spencer Basin repeat those words once again. What do I got to do to beat this guy? You'll be looking forward to that one, won't you?
Yeah, I hope so. You know, he's a hell of a driver, and so are the other 3 visiting American drivers, and not to forget our local talent too. You know, we've got some you know, really good local guys, and people probably don't appreciate, you know, how good they are. They run pretty good with the best in the world. So that'll be a good night, and like I said, hoping we can come out on top and get that win.
Okay, folks, here we go with the referee here at Nelson Speedway for the New Zealand Midget car, the 75th running of the New Zealand Midget cars. It is, of course, Mike Glover. Mike, it's second night tonight. You must be pretty happy with the way the boys raced last night?
Yeah, real happy, Jace. The first night, we had a really good drivers briefing. Everybody followed the rules of what we talked about. There was a couple of drivers I got in to have a bit of a chat about a couple of incidents, but otherwise, you know, everyone was really well behaved. The pole line was a bit hard to see. A couple of drivers popped over that. They redressed it. We let them go. That's what we agreed to do.
Now, of course, this Midget car championships is probably one of the best we've seen in the South Island, especially with the calibre of cars for Americans and stuff like that. The American guys, are they pretty easy to deal with in relation to the racing side of things? Yeah,
sure. I just had to talk to Alex Bright about an incident last night I was a little uncertain on, and you know, he was really good. He had an opinion on it, and he's a professional racer, and you know, I was accepted what he said, no problem at all.
Okay, so looking forward tonight. Obviously, just a nice smooth transition to maybe crown a 1, 2 and a 3 NZ.
Oh, it'd be great to have a night like last night. It is a pressure night tonight. You know, we get to the B main, it's all on. We only get 4 from that through to the feature. Then we've got 30 laps, and look, let's just hope we go, you know, right through to the checkered flag without an orange and have a really good night.
Couple of really good races last night as well. Maybe a bit of a preview of what's going to happen tonight. Slide jobs everywhere. Track immaculate condition last night as the night went on.
Yeah, look, the track was great for us, Jace, last night, and the slide jobs. You know, a lot of people at this track tonight wouldn't have seen those before. The racing was really tidy with the slide jobs. The guys we addressed at the drivers' briefing, and it was really good. No problem at all.
Okay, well, hey, best of luck, and well done to Speedway New Zealand. You've had a good weekend so far.
Thanks, Jace. Yes, well, hopefully we won't need it.
Cars 12 laps, the Ian Holden versus the Ted Tracy group. That's going to be interesting. See how that all unfolds in this one. The sun always plays a part in it early on, AJ. As you can see, a bit of sunstroke perhaps.
Yeah, and they did discuss that at the drivers' briefing tonight about the sun and the precautions and so on that need to be taken. It's a glorious evening here at the Milestone Homes top of the South Speedway, and 25 odd degrees, I believe. The Ian Holden group versus the Ted Tracy group. Outstanding idea from the Nelson Club, naming the groups after some of the greats of midget car racing. Ian Holden, the 6-time New Zealand midget car champion. Ted Tracy, 7-time New Zealand midget car champion. Jody, weather and track conditions down there?
Mate, it couldn't be more perfect if you're a sunbather or a fisherman, mate. She's a cool breeze just as we set into this lovely evening here in Nelson. And you couldn't ask for more of these guys are out on the track. It's their turn to shine now. We've had the sun all day. Everyone's had a nice relaxing afternoon. Not too hot, but we'll wait and see what this racing is. The racing sort of heats up towards night. Last night we saw a bit of dust early on, but once they got that cushion set up, mate, the racing was absolutely ferocious.
Then remember, after the 10 heat races, the top 16 competitors on points will progress to the 13-lap AMA, that is the Equus New Zealand Midget Car Championship. The balance of the drivers will go into the B main of 12 laps, and the top 4 in the B main transfer to complete the qualifiers for that. She's going to be game on.
Yeah, mate, I'd just like to thank the minor Speedway New Zealand officials here. Of course, we've got Mike Glover up, the referee up in the tower there, and Craig Pine, the senior referee on the infield. Now, our East New Zealand officials today, they've done a fantastic job last night, and I'm sure they're going to have a really, really good night tonight. They've enjoyed a nice, relaxing day and just waiting for the drivers to do their thing.
The thumbs up from the drivers. Starting pairing front row, Brock Maskovich in car 5. The 95 of Hickman. Baston and the 72 car that he's the next one through on the inside. That, of course, is Halliburton. Bigger part of Nicholson. Zach Darm. Certainly red hot favourite going into this one. Hayden Williams has been strong. Starting a bit further back out of grip position. Number 10, the pace truck will be told to exit stage left. Next time by, we will turn them loose. 12 laps the distance. The Equus, 75th running of the New Zealand Midget Car Championship. Heat race number 8 to start the big show off. They can't start until they hit that white chalk line on the exit of 4. The outside car sets the pace. That is the Taranaki Terra and the Hickman Castrol Edge 95. Here we go. Strap yourselves in, Nelson. We are racing. We're underway. Good start. Maskovich knew what he had to do to get himself through there. Oh, problems for the 72 car. Just slips up nice and wide, allowing Darm to go through. Maskovich leads it though on lap 1. Oh, we got 1 round. Oh no. 2 interlocked. They're still dancing with each other. And that'll bring on the caution. Heavens above. It didn't take long. Bailey was involved, the car 7 of Chadwick. And Roxford in 69. The 3 South Islanders doing the dance. More like a tango, really.
Yeah, there's a little bit of contact right at the back there, and of course the concertina effect, rather than one guy just going around by himself, impacted on 3. There's a couple of others that had a very narrow escape with that one. Chadwick in the 7 car and the 69 of Rochester very much entangled there. Crash Crew just lifting up the front end of the 69.
We're hearing that we'll go for a complete restart. That's what the word is. So no laps gone. 12 still to go, which means Maskovich is going to have to go all the way back and do it again. Speedway New Zealand, Motor Speedway New Zealand just checking over the cars, making sure that in all aspects, AJ, that they're safe and ready to go. Jody, you're down there. What's it looking like for Rockford's car?
She's looking pretty straight. The Speedway New Zealand official, Craig Piner, just having the thumbs up from the drivers, just talking to them. We're going to restart the 7 car now. They're just going to push the 69 back out and try and fire him up as well as the 87 car just going past the incident there. But yeah, not quite the full completed lap. These guys certainly get plenty of bite and just getting tangled up. But they've been separated, and we're going to see if we can fire up Rockford very, very shortly.
So we'll do it all again. Maybe AJ, the cat might have come out the bag with Maskovich on the strategy. Maybe, I don't know. Will Hickman have something from remembering? He does set the pace, packing the outside of the track. It did seem that on the entrance to 1, it was certainly quicker down the bottom.
Yeah, they'll be chasing the racetrack. For Maskovich, it is all about maximum points haul. Nothing less than that will satisfy him. He came here with a real terrific opportunity.
Yes.
He's always been there or thereabouts, and Maskovich, he will very much be keen on just setting the pace and running away from this one. But outside of him, Dwayne Hickman, gee, what a feisty contestant that guy is.
Absolutely. Unlucky with a broken spark plug. Cost him a finish in his heat race yesterday, so he'll be trying to get that sorted out.
There's some big guns in this race too, with Spencer Baston in the 97 USA car starting from grid number 4, and as you mentioned earlier, the 27th of Hayden Williams, another guy who is always just there or thereabouts. Expect big things from Williams tonight.
Okay, here we go, folks. Take 2 for heat race number 8. 12 laps. Maskovich and Hickman looking for the start. We're underway. Hickman this time. Oh, Maskovich and Hickman just have a little bit of a how's your father, and Hickman goes straight to the bottom. Oh no, Rockford again. No, 1 round. This time Buckley's involved. And we go yellow. Wow. Poor old Jody, he's going to be running from one side of the track to the other.
Trust me, I need the exercise. Just looking at Rockford off that start line, he actually made up 2 or 3 places as he passed across the pole line, and obviously going for the hammer and just getting caught up as he got round turn 2. But certainly right on the pace, he was trying to pass cars into that turn 1, and all come askew for him at turn 2. So hopefully they can get those cars fired up again. We'll get them pretty sorted. Now, of course, the rules with the referee, we had the sprint cars in New Zealand, and AJ will know about this, about restarts and how many restarts are allowed to go. Of course, if they're not the prime cause of the accident, they are allowed to be restarted more than twice. If they are the prime cause, I think they've got to come infield, don't they?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, looks like Rockford's race may well be over.
He's not happy. He doesn't look happy. Nelson Speedway, let's do the dance. 3rd time lucky. Midget heat race number 8. Maskovich and Hickman. It's showtime. And again, Maskovich, Hickman this time tucks down nice and low, Baston right in behind him for 3rd. Good driving by him. Maskovich leads it on lap number 1, and hallelujah, we get 1 done. So it's Maskovich your leader. Baston now goes underneath Hickman. Look at them racing for 2nd and 3rd. He moves up and Hickman leaves the door open. And here comes the flying American. 5 is Maskovich. 97 Baston. 95 is Hickman. 72 is Nicholson. Darm all over the back of him. Hayden Williams is on the back of Darm. The pace is electric out in front. Maskovich showing a very clean pair of heels. Williams with a big look up the inside of Nicholson. Makes the slider stick. So Hayden Williams is on the charge. Maskovich your leader. In 2nd place, Baston. Go back to the 95 Hickman. Here comes Zach Darm. Darm trying to go low side. In the Greenway 10 US of A. Has a big look down into 3. Pulls up almost alongside him. Gets off the gas. Williams into contention. Now he's running the top shelf, going to try and diamond off the bottom of the corner. Battle stations for 3rd, 4th and 5th as Williams now comes into the frame. Zach down. This time he'll probably go for the slider. You bet your life he will. Goes down low and makes it stick. Hickman gonna try to return the favour. And Darm now in hot pursuit of his fellow countrymen. Star Spangled Bangle running second and third. The Americans desperate to take the silverware home. 8 gone, 4 to go. Williams now putting a ton of pressure on the 95 for Hickman. Cuts down nice and low. Brilliant pass up the inside. Can't quite make it stick as Buckley does well. What a pass from Buckley. He now moves into 6th position. Dockyard brawl for the minors between the 27 of Williams and 95 of Hickman. We're on lap 9, 10 gone now. As Maskovich is not far from lap traffic. Baston is closing him down. Darm back to 3rd. 27 is Williams. 95 Hickman. Oh, almost dramas further back. Maskovich's car. He's closing the gap. Quick time at the moment of 13.52 by Hayden Williams. Here comes Baston. Checkered flag. Brilliant win by Maskovich. Baston in 2nd. 3rd Darm. 4th Williams. 5th Hickman. 6th will go to Buckley. Then we go back to the number 5. That's the car driven by Miller. Bailey the next one through. The 7's Chadwick. Then Nicholson. Butts Paul. Heavens above. We got there eventually. Ladies and gentlemen, he needed the points. What a brilliant drive. A former 2NZ. Wakumiu of Auckland. Brock Maskovich, folks, give him a hand.
Yep, just been over to the 7 car of Gary Chadwick. Of course, it was a broken steering arm that put him out of that heat after the collision with Rochford, so yeah, I'm disappointed for him, but I think he's done his dash for his heats, and he'll just have to wait on points for the maybe the B main as we get to our race winner, Brock Maskovich. We'll let him get unbelted. Brock, pole on the opening heater tonight, probably a good advantage to stay clear of all the trouble behind you.
Yeah, you know, first heat last night we got in a bit of trouble, and we really needed to bank that win, and hopefully that'll get us in the show. We'll still be down a bit, but yeah, it was good to get a win here.
Mate, the track conditions tonight, what are they like compared to last night?
Yeah, it's a lot more drivey so far, but I think it's going to blow off later on. I guess we're lucky to get a pole in the first heat when it was nice and tacky and fast, so yeah, we're happy with that one.
Mate, the race conditions, you need a lot of stuff to have to restart it and concentrate again to get those restarts. That's your last race for you for the night, so banking on those points and hopefully through to the main final.
Yeah, definitely, you know, the restarts were coming. We've got a good restart each time, and it was getting harder and harder, you know, the guy starts working better and better next to you. But yeah, definitely happy with that, so see where we are for the main show.
Right, yeah, mate, we'll get the car set up, and as you said, the track will change over the night, but it looks like there's some pretty good passing space out there already. Yeah,
definitely. You know, I think if you follow a guy and then throw a couple of slide jobs on him later on, well, I think we'll be happy.
Group up against the Brett Horriban group, and the group positions are well, grid number 1 is of the draw is going to be vacant. So from grid number 2, the 9C car of Tom Lumsden. From grid 3, 9A Auckland, that is Michael Brunt. And from grid number 4, the 97S car from Stratford, it's Campbell Stewart. Grid number 5 on the inside of row number 3, the 87 car of Leon Burgess, and grid number 6, 81H Dave Maxwell. From grid number 7, the 1AU car, Michael Pickens, 6-time New Zealand Midget Car Champion. And from grid number 8, 7A, former New Zealand Midget Car Champion Brad Most. There's a clash of the Titans here in row number 4. Grid 9, another former New Zealand Midget Car Champion in the 11A car, that is Shane Allen. And from grid number 10, the 21N car, Gavin Wilkie. Good to see Gavin back on the track after a bit of a heartbreak hotel last night. Grid number 11, 43C, Graham Sharp. And starting from grid number 12, the 91 USA car, it's Double T, Tyler Thomas. Grid 13, he is the bullet from Nelson in the 73 car, Neville Basilay. And starting from grid number 14, 55 Auckland, and that is Craig Cardwell.
Well, there you go. What a star-studded lineup. We've got 13 cars to face the starter. Heat race number 9, the Trevor Morris versus the Brett Orbit group. Sun starting to be a bit of a factor. Jody for the drivers, perhaps, as a South decision. A beautiful evening here in Auckland.
Yeah, they might have a little
Nelson,
bit. Yep, they might. Sorry, yeah, they might have a little bit of difficulty as they come into turn 3, just around Bigsy's Hill. The sun's starting to get low in the sky. Hopefully the point trees will hide it very shortly, but the setting sun here, as that sun does go down, this track will start coming back. Of course, high tide about 11:30 tonight, so that'll start bringing the moisture back up from underneath. Of course, the sea not too far away from the racetrack itself, so as that moisture comes up and the heat goes down as we put it up top, we should be right for a good race later on tonight.
Campbell Stewart, how good is that young fella going, Batman? 17 years of age.
Yeah, big future ahead of Campbell Stewart. Very, very promising competitor. Drove down at Ruapuna last year. I think it was about a second or third run in midget cars. And yeah, he's got the tiger by the tail.
Right, just had one of the Speedway New Zealand officials here as they line up. They tell me that they're doing 3 fuel tests after each race. They're also checking the rear tracks and also checking that the rear rims are only 8 inches. So the Speedway New Zealand officials are getting busy after every race here as well. Of course, we'd like to thank Midas for sponsoring Speedway New Zealand. All the officials running around with the new Midas gear. As you get the thumbs up from the clip of the course, so as each got thumbs up, we'll head upstairs, AJ and Drever.
Thanks very much, Jody. Yes, we're getting ready to turn this one loose. This is the penultimate heat race. Heat race number 9. We'll have a good look at where the points are after this one with one race to go. Next time by, we should be able to pull the trigger and they will go away. Tom Lumsden with the juggernaut of cars right behind him. They amble around nicely. Pickens in 1.
Yeah, Pickens is going to need at least 11 points to put himself at the top of the point standings after the heat races. Zach Darm on 49, Pickens on 39.
Here we go. Are you ready for 12 laps in the fast lane? Lumsden leads them around. We are racing. Here we go. Underway. Good start from Michael Brunt. Oh, she's a bit of a freight train. As Tyler Thomas and Alec and Mosen and Pickens, look at them all in there with each other. Mosen to the top shelf, trying to get round Pickens. Pickens and now Alex in there. Thomas on the inside of Alec. Alec gets spin out the back. Thomas now goes on the inside of Mosen, who in turn's trying to go up the inside of Pickens. Oh, Maxwell, he's in there as well. Burgess, boy oh boy. She's on for young and old this one. Mosen, straight up the inside of the 87 of Burgess. Thomas goes through as well. Oh no, has to pull on the brakes. Giddy up, he says. Oh, Burgess! Up and over into the fence. High drama on turn 4. That was a wild ride for 87 Burgess. Wow.
Yeah, he got out into that loose stuff and just kept climbing that wall, kept up and up. I think he almost went over the top of the stop go lights. And he's rolled it along the wall, come back down. He's upside down at the moment. The rescue crew over there almost immediately. But yeah, that was one heck of a ride there, and coming out of Bigsy's Hill just got it all wrong.
He was one place outside the top 16 coming into this one. Disaster for the Harper Leonard Racing 87 car of Leon Burgess. He was in that dockyard brawl, as AJ likes to put it, with Alec, Mosen, Pickens and Tyler Thomas. And the result of it is the Burgess car.
Yeah, front suspension certainly collapsed on the car. Just checking the driver out now. St. John's in there. Just having a wee look, making sure the driver's got all his assets together. Just having a wee chat with the St. John's lady. Of course, it was a wild ride up that wall, and it was along the fence. didn't get caught up in the fence, luckily enough to come back down, but in a bit of soft stuff here to land on, but certainly not the way he wanted to finish his last heat.
The shining light is, if there is a silver lining, is that Burgess has proven this season to come from the back in both international features to get within the top 5. So he certainly has the ability to be able to do that, providing the car is A-OK. So,
yep, St John's just talking to the driver at the moment, just checking everything's all hokey-dokey dory. They've got the rope on to lift the car up, so the pit gate is open, so we will take the driver and the car out to St John's, who are parked at the back there, and they'll just assess them in the gate if they need to. So while that's taking a bit of time, we'll head back upstairs.
Wow, so we have completed 2 laps of this race. The word we're hearing is Burgess is A-OK, that's what we're hearing. So, ladies and gentlemen, why don't we give him a hand, because he is A-OK after that wild ride. Leon Burgess and the team from Harbourland Racing, they will get that car back. There is no 2 ways about that. They are a consummate race car team, and he's off to Australia next week as well to race in the Australian Speed Car or Midget Car Championship. So restart order with 2 down, 10 to go. Lumsden, Brunt, Campbell, Stewart, Pickens, Maxwell, Mosen, Thomas, Wilkie, Alec, Bazelay, Cardwell, Sharp. Alec got sped up the back of that one actually. It was a bit unfortunate for him.
Yeah, it was. He started from group number 9 and yeah, he's just got tied up in a little bit of that traffic that was going on towards the back of the field. He's another one that will be very, very eager to capitalise on some points opportunities.
Mosen was coming home strong in car 7, the VSL Racing. John Andrew Mazda machine. Thomas, that car is for sale, folks, the 91 USA car. If you're interested in getting into Speedway, you've seen the calibre of that car. Go down to the pits, have a chat with Glenn Martin. You this weekend could leave with that. Bit of your mantelpiece there, Alan. Give that to your wife for a birthday present.
Absolutely, along with the $100 track check voucher.
Lights are off this time by. We're ready to go. 2 in the box, 10 to go, 12 the distance. Lumsden, followed by Brunt. He'll mash the gas. We're underway. Oh, Constantina and Pickens. Let's see cross country. Oh boy, that was a shambles. And we go yellow. We go yellow. That was an absolute shambles. And Pickens gets another bite at the cherry. Mosen was the big winner on that one. He got up to 2nd. Speedway New Zealand waving their fingers. Lumsden needed a bit more pace on the exit of 3. So Lumsden, Brunt, Campbell, Stewart, Michael Pickens, Dane Maxwell, Brad Mosen, Tyler Thomas, Gavin Wilkie, Shane Alec, Bazelay, Cardwell and Sharp. Yeah, I'm running out of lines for these restarts, man. We're about to get ready again. 2 down, 10 to go. This time, we're underway. Good start. Again, watch for Pickens up the inside of Campbell. Stewart just weaves his magic. Stewart, the 17-year-old, says, I don't care who you are. I'm going to have a good crack at you. Maxwell to the outside. Oh, Pickens, a master class up the inside of Brunt. Oh, Thomas with a real Hail Mary pass. Mosen tries to get up the inside of Stewart. Maxwell around the outside of Thomas. She's on for young and old as Brunt goes back again. So Mosen now on the prowl. Your race leader is Tom Lumsden. Michael Pickens in 2nd, and 3rd is Mosen. 4th Brunt, 5th Thomas, 6th Stewart, 7th Maxwell, 8th Alec, 9th Wilkie, 10th Basilay, 11th is Cardwell. Something tells me the battle between Brunt, Thomas and co isn't finished. They are throwing everything they can at it. Maxwell, he's doing a ripper of a job as he reels in Thomas. They're just jumping over the outside of that cushion. Meanwhile, Pickens chasing down South Island hopeful, the halfway mark. 8 down, 4 to go. Tell you what, it's developed. Oh, problem for Basilay. Basilay retires to the infield of the 73 car, so more dramas for the bullet Neville Basilay. Out in front, Lumsden, Pickens in second, 3rd Mosen, 4th is the number 9 of Brunt, 5th is Thomas, 6th is Maxwell. Left traffic for Lumsden, up the inside of Graham Sharpie goes. We've got 2 to go, 2 laps remain in this one. Here comes Michael Pickens. He's coming home with a wet sail in the Australia 1 GVI Seamount racing machine. Looking good, Lumsden though. A pretty big South Island resume, that's for sure. Checkered flag this time, and Lumsden takes heat race number 8, Pickens in second. 3rd will go to Mosen, 4th will go to Brunt, 5th will go to Tyler Thomas, 6th Maxwell, 7th Campbell, Stewart, 8th Shane Alec. Wilkie, Cardwell and then Sharpie. And I tell you what, Tom Lumsden, the current leading the South Island Series. He's a local, folks. Put your hands together. He hails from Christchurch, number 9, Tom Lumsden.
Tom, mate, that track's got plenty of bite in it, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's awesome. It suited the car perfectly. It was going. And, thanks to everyone that's helped me out and come up to the support or pit crew. Really appreciate it, and it's been a great weekend, and hopefully it'll keep going.
Mate, you won the feature here at the Midget Car Series a couple of weeks back up in Nelson, so you know this track quite well. Mate, the bite you're getting in there, the front left-hand wheel's about 6 inches off the ground. There's just tremendous amount of power. Slightly different from last night, not quite as slick from last night. It's just plenty of action. Yeah, I sort of, after the last round here, I was really happy. We found a setup that worked really well, and then last night when we got here, it was a completely different looking track, and so it sort of scratched our heads a bit. But I think tonight's it's more like what we're used to, and it's working great so far. Well, mate, good heat win, and mate, you've got to go through for the B main and the A main as well to go through. So the serious part of it starts happening now. But mate, a good way to finish your Ray and Robin series. Yeah, thanks heaps, and thanks again to all my sponsors and everyone that's come here to support us, and Nelson for putting on a great event. Cheers.
Lots at stake in this one. It is heat number 10, the Equus 75th New Zealand Midget Car Championship here at the Milestone Homes, top of the South Speedway in glorious Nelson, just basking in the sun down the back straight.
Okay, folks, are you ready? Heat race number 10, the last chance to dance for these drivers to get the all-important points to make the top 16 and the top 6. Of course, we've been talking about the top 6 and how all that unfolds. From 7th through to 16th inclusive, that's where you'll start in grid positions. The other 4 will come from the wild ride of the B main. The top 6 will shoot it out in that all-important A-dash. The pace, though, has been electric. I might suggest to you, Batman, this field has got all of them in here. Baston will be needing a good points haul. Batman, Hallibell will need one too, Batman, as too will the 27 of Williams. Let's rack, they're racked and stacked. Over to you.
So the field forming up behind the Equus Pace vehicle, New Zealand Midget Car Championship. The heat action has been fast and furious. After this, the blowtorch will certainly become applied as we get into the dash, the B main. B main we call the Siberia of motorsport. That is the last chance corral. And then, of course, it is the all-important 30-lap final, which will very much be the centrepiece of the attention of these drivers as they go around. Still plenty to gain, plenty to be lost. Nervous moments, I would imagine, in the pits for Gary Chadwick, who does not have an opportunity to extend on his points. He's currently locked in, but that is very much going to change after this one. Here we go, folks. They come round to the white line. Midget cars don't have a throttle. They've got a detonator. We're exploding. Heat number 10. It's Alex Bright in the Mad Butcher car number 3. Here comes Dave Kerr, the 99 car, the 7-time South Island Midget car champion. He's in second spot. Then we go back to Glenn Jury, car number 36. It's Bright, Kerr, Jury, 87 Scott Bailey, 27 Hayden Williams, and then the 4 of Taylor Clark. Wheels up for Bright as he exited turn number 2. He runs a high line. Kerr runs down on the grass. It's Kerr on the inside, while wheel to wheel as they slug it out through turns 1 and 2. It's Alex Bright leading the way. Dave Kerr, they've got a big break over the rest of the field. Glenn Jury in third. Fourth is Hayden Williams. Then we go back to 87 Scott Bailey. Tucked in behind Bailey, it's the 4 of Taylor Clark. Clark, a big move up the inside. Clark moves up into 5th position. The gloves are off at the front of the field. It's Bright, he's just crept away a little bit from Kerr, maybe 3 car lengths into this stage. So it's a young gun from Pennsylvania leading the way. Alex Bright in the Mad Butcher car number 3 leading the way. Dave Kerr in second spot in the Christchurch car number 99. Hayden Williams sitting in third place in the 27. Behind him it's Glenn Jury in the Access Man 36. That's 5 laps down. Halfway mark next time round. Here he comes. Alex Bright leading the way. Dave Kerr just continues to drop off the pace a little, but he's very much securing some good points in this one. Hayden Williams hanging on to third. In fact, Williams starting to pull away a little from Jury and maybe biting into the advantage that Kerr has over him. Right down in the low 13-second bracket. Laps running out very, very quickly. Heat number 10 of the Equus Nationals. And Alex Bright running the high line in the 3 car, putting John Mabbitt a lap down, and Williams is indeed starting to claw his way into Dave Kerr. Kerr sitting there in second, Williams in third. Kerr's nearly 3 seconds behind Bright at this stage, so that's 9 laps down. Alex Bright leading the charge. Heat number 10 of the Nationals. Dave Kerr in second. Here comes Williams. In the Century Batteries 27. He's now just a couple of car lengths astray from Kerr. He's right up on Kerr's tail as they go into the Bigsies Hill corner. A run up the inside for Williams. It's Kerr where momentum's got him up the top part of the racetrack. 1 lap to go. Kerr on the outside, Williams on the inside, checkered flag about to come out. Our race winner will be Alex Bright in the 3 car. Second place, Williams got Kerr on the last corner, so Hayden Williams in the 27 car was second. Dave Kerr third, great drive from Glenn Jury in the 36 for 4th. Taylor Clark in 5th, Baston across the line in 6th, Honeybell in 7th, Hickman in 8th, Bailey in 9th, Halliburton in 10th, Scotty Miller in 11th. The 84 car of Stanton was 12th, John Mabbitt 13th, and Alex Bright taking out the win. Handsome margin to a 3-second lead he had over Hayden Williams, but Williams made every post a winner in the dying stages of that race in the Century Batteries 27, got by Dave Kerr. That will be enough to get Kerr into the top 16, but we will wait for the big points wash up. Just looking down there, we've got the 5 car of Scott Miller in the concrete in Bigsies Hill. 13.5.041, the fast time in that race for Alex Bright in the 3 USA car. And that will propel him very much up the point standings. In fact, I'm picking that he is going to end out, we'll do some quick maths, on 46. So he's going to be around about third, maybe 4th on the count back.
Welcome back to the Pits TV. It's finals time for the 75th running of the 2017 Equus New Zealand Midget Car title from the Milestone Homes Top of the South Speedway here in sunny Nelson. And it's a close battle in the points, with the 1AU car of Michael Pickens leading the bunch with 52 points. Tracking not too far away are the Americans, who sit in second and third before we see the Century Batteries 27 car of Hayden Williams not too far away. Spencer Baston and Brad Mosen are still within striking distance, and all could change with the A-Dash coming up very soon. The top 6 cars will battle it out, with the way they finish being the way they will start for the winner-take-all feature at the end of the show. Let's now join our commentary team of AJ Batt, Aaron Drever and Jody Scott for the 75th running of the New Zealand Midget Car title from Nelson Speedway.
JJ, let's go through the grid lineup for this one. The A-Dash, 6 laps the distance for this one. Grid position 1, the 1AU of Michael Pickens. Grid 2, the 10 USA of Zach Dahm. Row 2, the 3 USA of Alex Bright. And grid 4, the 27 of Hayden Williams. Grid 5, the 7 of Brad Mosen. And grid 6, the 97 of Spencer Baston. Where they finish is where they'll start the Equus 75th running of the big show, the New Zealand Midget Car Championship.
The A-Dash, they come around, they hit the white line, hammer time in the dash. On the inside, it's Pickens. Pickens goes up to the top part of the racetrack, hauling the mail down the back straight. Michael Pickens opening up. Here comes Mosen. A big charge by Mosen. He's up into second spot. Dahm out wide. Mosen down low. Mosen moves into second spot. Dahm shuffled back to third. Michael Pickens leads away from Mosen. Here goes Dahm, just having a sneaky little look up the inside. Is anything going to work for him? No, it's not. It's Mosen hanging on second. Here comes Bright in the 3 car, but winding it up at the top part of the racetrack. Here comes Spencer Baston in the 97 machine. The United Truck Parts car is on the prowl. Michael Pickens leads away. It's Mosen in second. Kiwis 1 and 2. United States go third and fourth. Oh, Mosen just gets a little bit knotted up, exiting turn number 2. Pickens extends that lead. Here goes Dahm. Big charge up the inside. Wheel to wheel as they go through the shop corner. So Pickens is running away from them, but it's battle stations. White flag comes out this time. Mosen with a big advantage now over the 10 of Dahm, but it's on for young and old. The Yanks are hard at war for positions 3 through 5. Checkered flag time. Pickens takes the win. Mosen's going to be second from Dahm. Then we go back to Baston, Bright and Hayden Williams. 6 laps from the very, very top shelf of midget car racing. What a battle for the minor spots. Pickens too good.
Yeah, Michael Pickens with a 13.4 on that one. He was the quickest car on the track. Tell you what though, boy oh boy, that's the way they'll start. Pickens and Mosen, your starting pairing front row. Come on folks, give them a hand. Zach Dahm will be out of grid 3, Baston out of 4, Bright out of 5, Williams out of 6, and boy oh boy, we are going to be in for a big one for the 75th running of the New Zealand Midget Car Championship. B-main to come, plenty of work still to undertake. We'll head down to Jody Scott, who as the current Australian champion. Michael Pickens, he's won 6 of these before. He'll start on P1 for the big one.
Mate, 6-lap dash. Got on to out in the lead early and weren't able to get hold down. What's the track conditions like now?
Yeah, they're pretty good. A little different to last night. It's probably a touch heavier at the top, but it's good. It's probably not quite as racy as last night, but you know, we've got ourselves in a position where we can just maintain our car speed, hopefully, and be there at the end of the 30-lap deal.
Mate, it's been catch me as you can over the season here in New Zealand. You've got Kiwis on 1 and 2 going into the final heat. You've got 30 laps to go through. I watched you come out of, I think it was about lap 3 here. You came out of turn 4, and I don't think either of the front wheels are actually on the track.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to be running around like that, but you know, the car's pretty good. We'll make a few changes for the same main, and you know, we'll keep an eye on the track. I don't think the track's going to change too much, but you know, I'm sure it'll be I'm sure it's going to test us tonight, but yeah, I think we'll be on top of it.
Mate, 6 New Zealand titles, aiming for a 7th. The pressure starts to come on, the thoughts start to go through the mind as you head towards that last race.
Yeah, it's just got to treat it as another race, you know, it's all you can do. It's, now we'll be right, got a good team behind me and good car owners and everything else, so now we'll be fine.
Mate, well, head back in field. Very best of luck. You've got pole position for the final heat, the one to get the New Zealand title. Can you do 7 New Zealand titles? We'll wait and see. That's what everyone's here for. The Equus New Zealand 75th running of the midget title. Michael Pickens, the guy that you've got to do. Catch me if you can, and he's off pole in the final race. So wait and see what unfolds. Mate, it's going to be some racing in that final heat. We'll start with our starting pairing front row. Car number 7 of Chadwick will be on the pole. On grid 2, the 36 of Jury. Grid 3 will be the 95 of Dwayne Hickman. Grid 4, the 97 of Campbell Stewart. Grid 5, the 87 of Scott Bailey. Grid 6, the 21 of Gavin Wilkie. Grid 7, the 69 of Dion Rockford. Grid 8, the 73. Now that's the car that's driven by Neville Basilite. Next one on the list for us to tackle will be grid number 9. That, of course, is car number 71, and that is none other James Halliburton. Grid 10, the 55 of Cardwell. Grid 11, the 84 of Stanton. Grid 12, the 43 of Sharp. And grid 13, the 58 of Mabbott. That is how they'll line up. It is going to be over 12 laps, 4 cars to make it through. AJ Batt, you run away from me. Out there gallivanting and doing autographs out the back. B-Main, this is really now or never, isn't it? It's sort of the alphabet soup of the midget cars.
Yeah, the dance of the desperate. Last chance corral for these guys, and there's some pretty decent pilots that are stuck in the limbo at this stage. Look at that front row, Gary Chadwick and Glenn Jury from Christchurch, the 95 Dwayne Hickman. Who would have thought? Yeah, Hickman, very capable competitor. Outside of him, one of the young lions of New Zealand midget car racing to keep your eye on in the 97 that's Campbell Stewart. The bullet, Neville Basilite. Last night, gee, heartbreak hotel for him, leading, what was it, the final heat race of last night, crashed out of contention with around 40 metres to go. So some very, very good drivers that still haven't made their way through to the big dance.
So 12 laps the distance, 4 to go through, folks. She's going to be on for young and old. Tell you what, AJ Betts just had to change his pacemaker batteries for this one. We'll roll them through. Here we go. Jury, the master classman, he knows his track. Kendrick on the inside. She's shake, rattle and roll, boys. We're underway. 4 cars to make the transfer. Campbell Stewart, where did he come from? He's gone outside, now inside. On the bubble is Hickman. He's under attack though. Oh, they're all going in as Chadwick gets all spirally and loose coming out of 2. He's gone from 2nd to 5th. Unbelievable. Here comes Wilkie. Wilkie round the outside. Oh, it is on in the B main.
Yeah, another one to keep your eyes on, the 73. Big wheelie from Neville Basilay. He had got up into 4th. That wheelie moved him back into 5th. It's Glenjury, car number 36, leading the charge. Behind him, Dwayne Hickman. Then we go back to Campbell Stewart. Basilay still running the high line. Scott Bailey, he's the man in the 87 car sitting on the bubble right now. But Basilay's throwing everything. One up and over. It's Chadwick.
Oh, wow, you can see that was coming, AJ. He just rode, oh, we're going to fire at all sorts. Minor Speedway New Zealand officials, Julie on the spot. He rode the right rear, and from there she was just a passenger. Boy, oh boy, if this is the entree, what's the main course going to be like over 30 laps?
Yeah, big move there by Basilay. That was just superb to watch. He placed himself, saw the gap, big hard charge around the top side. Maybe his last chance for glory at his home track. One thing about Neville Basilay, he leaves nothing at all on the plate.
Mate, I think he was counting stars at one stage as he came out of turn 4. There's that much bite on that track. He just put the foot down and the car didn't want to go straight ahead. It just wanted to go up.
So it's trying to get the restart order correct. Glenjury leading them around with the Access Man 36 behind him. Current Stratford champion, King of the Mountain. 95, Dwayne Hickman, Campbell Stewart. Next one through. Scott Bailey on the bubble. Basilay knocking on the door. Wilkie knocking on his door. 3 gone. 9 to go. Here we go. We're racing. Oh, Hickman. A big look up the inside. Beautiful pass by Hickman. Jury should have tried and return the favour. And all of a sudden, oh, it's happening down there. Wilkie and Basilay. They're leaving no stone unturned for the final star chance to get the transfer.
Hickman has got a pretty decent advantage over them now. All eyes on that battle for 4th and 5th. It's Bailey down low. Basilay right up by the concrete as they go past race control. Glenjury hanging on to 2nd spot. Campbell Stewart 3rd. Scott Bailey 4th. Neville Basilay is trying everything. He's got a very long career in midget car racing to draw on. Knows every inch of the racetrack. Goes out high, goes down low. But Bailey is equal to the task right now. Scott Bailey, first season midget car racing, is hanging on to the bubble spot.
Oh, 4 cars coming in. Basilay gets caught up and Stewart gets spun out the back. Now Basilay with a big Hail Mary. Stewart goes underneath it. Basilay closes the door. South Islanders 2, 3, 4. Stewart trying to come back. Basilay's got the foot on the throat. He's whistled outside. Now dives down the other. He's driving like a man possessed, Batman.
He is. He's got the elbows up. He's currently in 4th, but Campbell Stewart close enough to cause some nightmares for Basilay. Basilay way up on the top side. What a battle going on there for 2nd and 3rd. It's Bailey down low, Jury up high. Basilay goes out a little bit wide, left the door open for Campbell Stewart. The lap's starting to count down very, very quickly. In the meantime, the 95 of Hickman is running away and hiding from them. Look at this battle for 3rd through 5th. Jury up high as Basilay muscles his way through on the inside into 3rd. So it's Hickman, Bailey, Basilay. Oh, big wheelie from Basilay. Lost some momentum. That left the door wide open for Jury.
It's not over by any means. Bailey is just starting to creep away. Basilay in 3rd, Jury in 4th, Stewart to the top shelf. Here we go. He winds the rubber band up. Jury gets the car about 1,000 foot wide. Checkered flag. It's all over Rover. Well, it's all over Rover in the last corner. Hickman, Bailey, Basilay. Stewart just missed out.
Yeah, by 2/1000th of a second.
Wow.
Campbell Stewart misses out on that. What a battle there. Dwayne Hickman, the 95 car from Stratford, takes out the win. Scott Bailey qualifies for the Midget Nationals in his first season of racing. Outstanding performance by him. Neville Basilay drove like the veteran that we know that he is, but boy, he has got fire in the belly. Glenn Jury was the man that finished fourth and secured that last starting spot. Gee, any one of that lineup would do the final spot credit in tonight's 75th New Zealand Midget Car Championship, brought to us by Equus, and at long last, Lady Luck is on the shoulder of Dwayne Hickman down there in Victory Lane with Jody Scott.
Mate, Dwayne, through to the main final, you'll be pretty wrapped with that.
Yeah, we had a bit of bad luck in the first heat with a broken plug, and boys have worked hard, and we were finally good to get in the main game.
Mate, it was quite an advantage you had. She had a bit of space in behind you. There was a big battle on for those other paces. The bubble was all up for grabs right to the checkered flag, but comfortable through the A main, mate. You could be able to bring the New Zealand title home to Stratford.
We're going to have a good bloody shot at it, let me tell you that much.
Well, you've got the 1NZ modified up there already this year, so hopefully another one to try and take home to the Stratford club.
Yeah, we're going to have a good go. Thanks, guys. It's an awesome track, and yeah, thanks for the guys for putting the show on.
Well, yeah, mate, good luck for the A main final. Go and get yourself ready. He's getting himself geared up. He's made it through to the big one, the 75th running of the New Zealand Midget Car Series, brought to us by Equus. We'll head back upstairs to AJ and Drever for the rundown.
Well, thank you very much. Yes, confirming those results. Hickman, Bailey, Basilay and Jury will join the already 16 cars. The last four have had the tickets punched. 20 cars, 30 laps, the New Zealand Midget Car Championship. It has been an interesting evening. Plenty of action still to come, actually. I can't believe we've got plenty of action still to come here. It is just, what a lineup of racing we've had. It's had everything. They've been out, now they're back out again. So we're ready to get things underway, folks. It will be a good one tonight. The New Zealand Midget Car Championship, the grid lineup, Pickens and Mosen on your front row, Zach Dahm and Spencer Baston on row 2, Alex Bright and Hayden Williams row 3, Tyler Thomas and Shane Ellick on row 4, Peter Honeybell and Dangerous Dave Kerr on row 5, row 6 goes to Lumsden and Clark, row 7 to Meskovich and Brunt, row 8 to Buckley and Maxwell, 9 is Hickman and Bailey, and 10th and final row is Basilay and Jury. 20 cars, 30 laps. Are you ready, Nelson Speedway? She is going to be a rib tickler, nail biter, edge of your seat type of race. The best of the best doing battle for this one. Gonna be good. American has taken out the crown in 75 years, and that was Jerry Coons Jr. driving for Danny Lendage. Ladies and gentlemen, on your feet, let's go 4 wide.
That's what we love to see. The folks down the back straight, up on their feet, cheering on the drivers. Your turn, Bixie's Hill and the front straight. What a spectacle. The Lords of the Clay Ring, the 75th New Zealand Midget Car Championship.
Unbelievable lineup. They come out of turn number 2. Come on, folks, make some noise. You wanted the best, you certainly got it. 4 abreast. The 75th running of the New Zealand Midget Car Championship. Never has there been a field assembled quite to the calibre of this. Let's rack 'em and stack 'em and send this championship away. Michael Pickens and Brad Mosen. Next one through will be Darm and Baston, Bright and Williams. The pace truck will lead them through. Are you ready, folks? It'll be a white knuckle ride, that is for sure. The anticipation has been building up.
Yeah, getting close for the time. We are going to go from mild to wild.
It is going to be one of those championships. It will be far from over. It will be as fast as it's ever been. 20 cars, 30 laps, 1 winner. The pace vehicle is being told to exit stage left. You know what that means, folks? We know you paid for a whole seat. You will only need the front 2 inches. As we sit down, hang on for this one. The New Zealand Midget Car Championship. Pickens and Mosen. It is going to be electric. The lights are out. Now ambling to turn number 3. Top of the South Speedway. Are you ready? Let's get dirty for 30. We're underway for the New Zealand Midget Car Championship. Pickens and Mosen side by side. Mosen trying to get the drive underneath him. It is on for young and old. Pickens leads it into turn 3. Mosen running way up high. 1 down, and she's all through. Pickens, Mosen, Darm, Baston, Williams, Bright. Go back to Tyler Thomas. Next one back, Dave Kerr, Shane Alec. On the move now, Hayden Williams round the outside of Zach Darmas. Kerr and Alec get together. Oh, we almost ended in tears. Tell you what, it is far from over.
Yeah, Pickens is leading them quite comfortably, but Baston is all over the tail of Mosen there. Mosen running a very high line. Here goes Baston, has a little bit of a look around there. Nothing's going to happen. Hayden Williams up into 4th spot in the Century Batteries 27. Pickens is running away from them right now. The action thick and fast, the further back in the field. It's Pickens, Mosen, Baston, Williams, Darm and Bright. That's our top 6. And Pickens continues to build on that advantage. It was 1.2 last time round. It's 1.9. He's got this one in his grasp. A long way to go.
Absolutely, Michael Pickens doing a master class out in front in the GVI Seamount Racing 1 Australia. Next one through is Moser. Based him with a big slide job. Right underneath him, he pulls alongside him. And the former national champion Moser just drives around him. So it's Battle Station Royale for 2nd and 3rd. Williams at 4th, Darm at 5th, Bright 6th, Tyler Thomas at 7th. As Darm has a big look up the inside of Williams. They're exchanging slide jobs right to the outside of Darm. Oh boy, Matt, she's on for young and old.
It is on for young and old. And Mosen is very much locked in a battle royal there. Baston is trying every part of the racetrack. Mosen just slowed a little coming out of turn number 2. Baston, big slide up underneath. Oh! There's contact between them. And Williams just tags the back of the 7 car. Bayston now firmly in second spot. That shuffled Mosen back a couple of spots. Moved Williams up into third position. But Michael Pickens here has got the length of the straightaway advantage. Williams, he's got the Tiger by the tail. Here's another move by Mosen. What a dockyard brawl we've got going on between those.
We're going to have a yellow. We've got a yellow for Maxwell. Maxwell brings on a yellow. We go yellow in the Nationals. Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Gee, they're scrapping for territory as they chase the cushion coming out of turn number 4. It's right up by the concrete wall, and all the top drivers are trying to just eke something out of that.
We are a third of the way through. 10 down, 20 laps remain. Pickens at a 4.3 second advantage over Bayston. Williams running third. Mosen, Alex Bright, Tyler Thomas, Zach Darm, Dave Kerr, Taylor Clark, and Honeybow round out your top 10.
Yeah, Mosen very much involved in a bit of contact there earlier on. There's all sorts of contact that went on as they came out of turn number 4. Williams, he's making a real statement there. Started out of grid number 6, running in third position. Could this be the year for Williams?
Unbelievable. The pace is a scorcher. Maxwell's out of the car. His championship race is over.
The Coomera cooked for Maxwell. He was running in 17th at the time.
Yeah, major damage to the 81 machine.
Yeah, hard right-hand side contact there.
So,
they're not giving an inch, and they're taking more than they're giving.
They certainly are. 20 laps remain. Williams the biggest mover in the championship from 6th to 3rd.
Fast lap so far, 13:43.35 on lap 5 by Pickens.
Only 4 cars in the 13s, the rest are 14s.
Could be a race changer here. The way that Bayston is going is now right up on the tail of Pickens.
Lights are going to go out. 20 to go.
So our front 3, it's Pickens, Bayston, Williams. They come through turns 3 and 4, up to the white chalk line. It's hammer time in the Nationals. Dave Kerr makes a big run up the inside. He's
Pickens!
Places. Pickens went out wide. He's been shuffled back into 3rd spot right now. It's Williams up high, gets a little sideways on, but Williams leads the charge. Here comes Pickens again. Williams leads the charge. Pickens in 2nd, then it's Bayston sitting there in 3rd spot. 4th is Mosen. But Pickens just striking that little bit of a problem. He's back on the hammer, moving up quickly. Dave Kerr up in the 7th spot for the South Islanders. Hayden Williams leads the charge. Michael Pickens just a car length or so in arrears right now, but
Bayston's got a problem.
Yep, Bayston has slowed up dramatically.
Bayston's under a ton of pressure. He's gone from 2nd to 4th. So not sure what's going on with him. Oh, dramas as Bright hits the fence down there on the main straightaway. Oh, this track is not giving anything to anybody, is it, Batman?
No, absolutely not. Bright makes a big run up the inside of Darm, but it's Williams just leading by a smidgen from Pickens as they come past the start-finish line. There's half a coat of paint between them. Williams goes out wide, left the door wide open for Pickens. Pickens can't make the low line work for himself right now. So it's Williams in the Century Battery 27 car. He leads
no! Dramas for Mosen. Mosen's gone cross-country. Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's been shuffled back a little, lost a lot of pace there.
Williams leads it halfway home in this one. Pickens right behind him. Bayston, the track is getting wider and wider. They'll be way up by the concrete. She is on for the National Championship. Pickens with a big look up the inside. Pulls alongside the 27. Williams just manages to hit the right place, right time. Oh, what a race. Bayston back to 3rd. Thomas on Mosen. They're battling it out. Here comes Price in there. Darm's in there. She is all on. Williams leads the National Championship. Oh, hits the fence. Pickens with a look. Pickens makes the pass. Oh,
Yeah, Williams just tagged that cushion a little and lost some momentum, tagged the concrete wall. They're running where Angel's fair to tread, and Tom Lumsden's got problems. We're likely to go yellow again. Look at this battle for 4th through 6th. It's Mosen. 91 Thomas down low. Mosen, we do go yellow for the 9 car of Tom Lumsden. Just struggles to a stop halfway through turns 1 and 2. Game changer again.
20 gone, 10 to go. Pickens remains battle station out front, but he had only a 0.3. No, we're going back a lap. Williams goes back in front of Pickens. So we'll go back a lap and Hayden Williams will resume the front position. So Williams will lead the championship with 11 laps to go.
So we've got Kiwis 1st, 2nd, 4th and 8th. Homeland defence at its greatest. The Storming Yanks making their presence felt. So we've got Mayston, the best of the Yanks, in 3rd. Then it's Brighton 5th, Thomas in 6th, Darm in 7th. Make no mistake about it, the Kiwis really want this one. They're going to have to dig deep as the laps count down. We've got 11 to go in the Nationals.
Well, Williams is just sitting behind Pickens. According to the ELS system, that's what they're reporting on us. So I'm not 100% sure why Williams hasn't gone in front. No one's told him.
I think it actually happened a couple of laps ago.
Well, I thought so too, but the system completely changed in front of us. So,
Williams, it's a game of inches, isn't it? And he just wasn't quite millimetre perfect with that cushion, exiting turn number 4.
And here he goes.
Flat wheeled the wall right here at the start-finish gate. So Williams goes back in front.
Oh, we've got 11 laps to go, folks. Do you think Hayden Williams can do it? Are there any Michael Pickens fans in the house tonight? Oh, Pickens, he will be pulling every trick out of the book. Look at the muffler glowing red hot on the Toyota of Pickens. Looking good. We're underway. Here we go. She is on the young and old as Baston tries to have a good look up the inside of Pickens. But Williams leads the charge. Pickens right behind him. Second, Baston just jumps the cushion. Moser goes underneath him. And it's all on here in the Nationals. Pickens now reeling him in. Pickens and Williams.
Yeah, but Pickens is very much applying the pressure. He's making that bottom part of the racetrack wheelie from Williams as he hooked the cush going through turns 1 and 2. Williams has now opened up a little bit of an advantage over Pickens, making a big run around the top. It's Alex Bryant, he's 4th and chasing down 3rd spot. Hayden Williams, Williams just has to slow up. Pickens is right up beside him. Still Williams hanging on by a thread at the head of the belt. Big bicycle, we got one up and over. And that's the 3 car. Alex Bryant, a wild ride through turns 3 and 4 as he was making a run. Oh, this race has got everything.
Plays out the car, folks, so put your hands together. A wild ride for Alex Bright.
Yeah, it looked like he may have just run that cush up there, and that's all she wrote. A wild ride for the young Pennsylvanian.
But Williams, 8 laps away from winning his first national championship, Batman.
Well, no one could deny the Harper Leonard Racing team that. Pickens just ready to pounce at every opportunity. Problem is, Williams has just given him one little chance. Pickens tried everything, couldn't make it stick. Red flag situation here, top of the South Speedway. The Equus 75th New Zealand Championship. What a ripper of a race we've got going on. So When we go green again, it's going to be Hayden Williams, Pickens, Mosen, Baston, Darm, Thomas, Taylor Clark. He's moved up into 8th spot. Just moving Dave Kerr back. Alec in 10, Honeybell in 11th, Hickman in 12th. What a sterling effort by Hickman. Started off from grid number 17. The big fella is on the move. 8 laps to go. That's 22 in the books. Brock Maskovich currently running in 13. A high-speed freight train of midget cars.
Yep, just talked to Alex Bride. He said he got it too high up on the cushion and the wheels went the wrong way, and that was it. He's just in for the ride. Very disappointed because that car was certainly making up places in those last couple of laps. He was certainly finding his way to the pointy end of the field.
Yeah, he was on the move, no doubt about that. Big hard charge around the top.
Well, that'll save Aaron Drever a job tomorrow. No more pork chops at $3.99 a kilo tomorrow from the Mad Butcher. That's the Alex Bright car out done and dusted for this New Zealand Championship.
Well, here I say it, you can't blame him for trying. So, the joys of being a car owner, AJ.
Yes, I'm sure it is. So here we go, 8 laps to go again. Have we got a game changer? You've got to say that so far.
Well, Baston's gone backwards. He was going backwards in that last positional play.
It's the battle of the super teams at the front of the field too, isn't it? We've got Harper Leonard Racing, we've got Seamount, we've got BSL. They are the 3 heavy hitters. So much at stake. You get that feeling with 8 laps to go, so much more to see. So here we go, they're going to come round, get the white chalk line, and then it's the race for 8 laps. Can Williams hang on? Green we go. Again, Williams down low. Pickens, it's going to get to the point where he has to dig very deep. Williams got the pace as they go down the back straight, through turns 3 and 4. Oh, Williams just left the door open momentarily. Pickens, a big slider across the front. Williams returns the favour. Pickens gets his nose back in front. Williams in second. Then it's Brad Mosen. Mosen hammering away now. Oh, Williams just has another bit of a moment. Left the door open for Mosen. Mosen's up into second.
Mosen now and Williams battling for the minors. Pickens is racing away. 6 laps remaining for the 1AU to become the 1NZ. Darm now up the inside of Baston. Tell you what, she's on for hanging on this one.
Yeah, Dave Kerr, he's starting to really make big moves. He's up into 7th. So the South Island Challenge is a solid one from Dave Kerr. The laps counting down quickly. It's Pickens, Mosen, Williams, Baston, Darm, Thomas. And again, Pickens is starting to move away from them. 3 laps to go this time around. And Williams, he's really got the tiger by the tail. He's got a couple of yanks chipping away at him.
Baston's one of them, he's coming home too strong. We have got 2 to go now. Michael Pickens, well on his way. He was challenged short by Williams, but he has fended off it. Next time by, we'll see the white flag for Michael Pickens. The Seamount Racing 1AU, well on his way to take the New Zealand Championship. 1 to go, folks.
So it's Michael Pickens. Are we going to have Speedway 7th heaven for Michael Pickens? This is 75th. Put your hands together, folks. He's done it. Pickens takes a win. Second goes to Mosen. Third place will go to Baston. He got Williams on the line. Williams went back to 4th. Then it's Darm, Thomas, Kerr, Alec, Honeybell and Clark. That's the top 10. That's the 75th Nationals. Folks, put your hands together. The winner, Michael Pickens, car number 1, current Australian champion.
He's done it. He's equalled Ted Tracy as the most winningest driver to win a national championship and to do it on the Diamond Nationals. Come on, folks, on your feet. Michael Pickens. Here comes the celebratory donuts. They will be superb. He is the donut king. Look at him go. Unbelievable. Pickens wins the title. He'll do this cage stand. We want a massive roar when he gets off. Here he is, folks. Zealand champion Michael Pickens.
Couldn't have scripted that one. It had everything.
Alrighty, folks, here we go with the new 3NZ champion. It is, of course, the car of Spencer Baston, or Spencer. Fantastic sort of a drive from you. Sort of, once again, that old age question comes into it, doesn't it? What are you going to do to beat that guy?
Yeah, it's been tough, and he's obviously been really fast. But you know, there tonight on that restart when Hayden got by me and then threw something at him, it really kind of opened up the door for me to make a move, but it just seemed like nothing really went my way. On those restarts, you know, it seemed like every time we get a restart, someone would slide me and then I'd get battling and they'd get away from me again. But, you know, Sean gave me another really good race car, and I'm a little disappointed that we're not able to capitalize and take home the championship, but I'm happy with the car we had tonight.
I think it's outstanding. You know, you've come in here. I mean, this is a track you weren't even familiar with it. I mean, you would never have probably raced on anything like it before. And to be able to achieve a 3NZ, you know, I know you're not going to from here, but when you come back, you're going to wear the 3NZ, or you're still just going to leave it with the 97 number?
I'm not sure. That'll probably be up to the guys more. You know, I'm pleased that we had a good race car, and all weekend we got better, and every time we hit the racetrack, we made different changes, and it seemed to help. So. Just didn't get that edge that we really needed, and unfortunately, we'll have to wait till next year.
Yep. Okay, so tell us a bit more sponsorship. You know, you've got a great sponsorship package with your car and stuff like that, so give us a bit of indication who looks after you on that.
Yeah, Brian and Annette Theobald with United Truck Parts, you know, bringing me down here, giving me the opportunity, funding this whole program, and, you know, I'm kind of out here living the dream right now. You know, I'm living down here in New Zealand for a couple months, and they're, you know, providing everything for me, so I cannot thank them enough. Sean Ensley, obviously, for the good race cars, and Justin, and they built some really good race cars and really fast. So hopefully next year we'll come back and be even stronger and better, and we'll go at it again.
Okay, Spencer, you're going to hang around for the GP next week in Christchurch?
Yep, we'll be there. We'll run that one, and then we'll go run the Butterworth at Springs, then I'll head back.
Okay, so are you going to make your fans a promise now that next week, different story?
I don't know if I can make a promise, but I'll give my best shot, and you know, hopefully we can leave here before go back to America with a win.
Congratulations on third spot, Spencer. Here we go. This is the 7A car. He arrived as 7A. He leaves as 2NZ. Brad Mosen, you must be stoked with that result.
Yeah, I am. You know, it was a tough race. You know, we're back sort of fourth, fifth at stages of that race, and I sort of thought, you know, maybe we didn't have quite what it took to get up the front. But yeah, I mean, the guys gave me an awesome race car, and I mean the race just panned out the way it did, and we got the 2NZ. So, you know, I'm pretty happy with that. You know, finished second to Michael quite a lot, and it's sort of I'd rather beat him, but you know, seeing him get that 7th NZ title, it's pretty special. So yeah, big congratulations to him for that, and yeah, just thanks to all my guys for an awesome race car.
The thing is, though, yeah, it's been a bit of a quiet season for you. We know you're a bit crook there a wee while ago, not through anything other than you're actually sick. So, you know, to bounce back and come into the South Island, haven't had a lot of track time. You didn't race the last meeting at Western Springs Speedway. That's pretty outstanding, really, isn't it?
I've been racing 19 years now, so I mean, I could take 3 weeks off and get straight back in it and feel comfortable and at home in a race car. But yeah, I mean, I'm really happy. You know, we have had a slow start to the season. The majority of the season, you know, we've led a couple of races, but no wins yet. So I think it's our second or third second, and yeah, still no wins. So we'll throw the 2 on the car. We're going to be proud of that. And you know, congratulations to Michael and Hayden Spencer for a hell of a race. It was fun.
Hayden was unbelievable with you. You know, there was a good battle going on between you two, and it looked like you're sort of drifting off into the distance. And did the car come back for you in this Nelson track?
To be honest, I think it was just everyone was so even. You know, it was just circumstantial. You know, you're in the heat of a battle with you know, throwing slide jobs, that'll slow you up. If you're out the front on your own, maybe you can sort of hit the marks. The track's quite dusty, it's hard to see the cushion, so it did make it a little bit difficult being back in the track, but it just panned out the way it did. You know, we had a fast race car, and so did the other boys, so we just had to get the elbows up and make a race of it, and it was the way it was. You know, I don't think anybody's cars went off. It was just we were just the guys that were second at the end, you know.
Absolutely. Now you've got a really good support crew behind you. Good sponsorship deal for yourself as well. Who looks after you on the car?
Yeah, Calvin Worthington's the crew chief. He's been with me for a couple of years now with the SPSL race team. Awesome race team to be involved with. Obviously, awesome environment to be racing a midget from. You know, it's sort of a house car for the manufacturers of the cars and the motors with Esslinger. So great team to be involved with, and yeah, Bill Buckley, everybody in the shop. Massive thanks to them, Glenn, Calvin, Rob, Joey, who's not here this weekend, Alf, and Jaden for helping out. Yeah, awesome group of guys, and we're really happy.
Congratulations on 2NZ.
Thanks.
Okay, folks, here we go with the new New Zealand champion. It is, of course, the 1NZ car, 1AU car. Michael Pickens, mate, fantastic drive. Looked like it was going to get a bit scary there for a while, but you managed to fight it back.
Yeah, we sure did. We had the car to beat, that's for sure. Made my job a whole lot easier, and we got tight on that first restart, and Basin and Williams got by me, and we just had to sort of bide our time and sit there and not make any mistakes, and sort of capitalise on any mistake Hayden made. And we got by him, the caution come back out, so had to do it all over again. But we got there in the end, and you know, it was sure would have been an awesome race for the fans to watch, that's for sure.
Absolutely, it was an amazing race, and of course, just when we thought that, you know, Michael Pickens might have been second or third, you know, you always seem to dig deep, and you managed to pull a couple of rabbits out of the hat, and those other guys just had no answer for Michael Pickens, the man it is, Michael Pickens.
Yeah, I guess we, you know, we had a little left up our sleeve, and a lot of it's just not making mistakes. You know, your lap speed may be similar, but as soon as you make a mistake, that's it out the window. So you just got to hit your marks every lap and do your thing. But you know, it's good. I mean, like I said earlier, you know, we had the car to beat, and that makes the driving it a lot easier, because it means you don't have to drive it 100%. You can just sit back and take your time, and you pick your passes when you want to pass. And yeah, crew chief Justin Lindsay does an awesome job. He's one of the best in the business, that's for sure. And Karen is Brett and Lee Morris and all the crew, you know, they work their tails off, and it's pretty cool to be able to give them this one.
Absolutely. Now, for those people that have never been in Nelson before, you've come down here. What did you think of the facilities, the track, the officialism? Were you pleased with the whole show?
It was awesome, mate. I mean, we couldn't fault it. You know, I think you talk to just about every single driver and they say the same thing. You know, it was racy both nights. The track was quite different both nights, but they were both good. So, you know, all we can ask for is 2 lanes, and you know, we got that both nights in different ways. Facilities, it's you know, it's good enough for what we need to do, and the people are awesome. You know, so they're hospitable, and they look after us, and it's kind of a bit more laid back, which is kind of refreshing.
Absolutely. And tell us, you've obviously got a big team behind you as well that allowed you to bring this GVI midget to the forefront. Give us an indication of the people you'd like to thank.
Well, yeah, I mean, first and foremost, Brett and Lee Morris, the car owners, they, you know, they give us the best gear in the world to run. That's just the truth. You know, you cannot build better cars than what we've got, and they're absolutely world class. And Justin Inslee, he builds the cars, and he crew chiefs both cars. So big thanks to them and all my crew. You know, they work their tails off, and our sponsors, they give us the funding to be able to go and do what we love doing.
Absolutely, and of course, you don't really get much of a chance to sit back and enjoy this, do you? You're off to Aussie to fight off the speed car title. Mate, when do you have a rest?
Yeah, this time of year is pretty flat out, but I like it like that, and you know, you don't sit on your hands wondering, you know, should I have done this, should I have done that, or whatever. It's just on to the next race, and you forget about the last, and it's the odd story, you're only as good as your last race, so you just keep pushing, and it keeps your race fit, and it keeps your mind healthy, because you just you're always doing something different, which I like doing. That's part of the reason why I like running the sprint car, because it just keeps you fresh, and keeps you hungry too, because you got to set new challenges, and you know, you could run the same stuff every week in, week out, and you know, it wouldn't really push you. So it's yes, it's mentally it's great, physically it's obviously good, and it's rewarding.
Absolutely. Well, hey, congratulations, mate. You came here with a goal. You've reached that goal. You can go home, hold your head held high. I bet you the wife is pretty stoked with you as well.
Yeah, she's not actually down here, but I just got off the phone to her. She's she's wrapped and she was watching the live stream. So she's absolutely stoked. And